Yep.
Is Brando the one watching hentai, dude? What is going on here?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, absolutely not.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right, buddy.
No,
That's not what I sounded like.
no hentai for me.
All right, boys, we're in it. We're in there like swimwear. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Great.
Good.
Don't everybody speak at once?
No,
Dude,
dude,
it feels like it's been a while.
bro, I was just about to say that. Like, I freaking missed you guys. Like, Brando, I feel like it's been a while since you and I have talked because I'm excited. I'm excited to kind of get into what happened with you. You know, Caden, obviously. And last week they weren't there because that was my fault. Obviously, I had to move some travel plans around because I was going over
No.
to.
I was planning on being there, but something happened. Something came up that it was, yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
boo boo.
yeah, I had a big boo boo, a little big boo boo.
It's okay. Well, with Brando, it's good to have you back, and we are accompanied by some great people, some fellow podcasters. You know, one love. You know, community over competition. PJ and Daniel, dude, how are you guys doing?
You
Go
go
ahead,
first,
Daniel.
PJ. I'll go. I'm doing good, man. A little stressed out over this move. Not gonna lie. We kind of downsized the house a little bit, going from our house in Savannah to this one. So I had to buy a storage unit. Now I'm having to decipher like what's important and what's not. So my kids are probably going to the storage unit.
Yeah, damn.
Get them out of here.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's. I'm not gonna lie, man. I've never had such a stressful move. So, but other than that, I'm good.
Time out. What he didn't tell y'all is he had the option to have somebody move his fucking ass for free. All he had to
The
do was
army,
box
the
the shit
army,
up.
yeah. So the army does offer to move you, but here's the stipulation: they come to your house, they pack everything themselves, right? It's hard as fuck to prove that they broke, like say they broke my TV. It's hard to prove that they broke my TV. And then there's no guarantee that your stuff will even arrive in time by the time you move in. So you could be there like a whole month without any furniture,
Oh,
clothes, or
God.
anything like that.
I
I got a
mean,
fucking air mattress, 2 pairs of underwear, and
yep.
some Fruit Loops, and you're fucking good.
And how much does a
Nah,
TV
man.
cost now? Like nowadays, like
Nothing.
it's
Nothing.
exactly.
That's so valid, actually.
Nah, fuck
Dan-
that. Why,
Daniel's
I
all,
already have a
"Woe
working
is
TV.
me."
Why do I need to go buy another one that somebody else is breaking? That's fucking dumb.
You know, if you really think,
Woe is
also,
me.
also, they would have to pack up like my holy grails and everything, man. That
No.
I ain't letting
those
them
go in the
do
back
shit.
seat. Those go in the back seat
Put it
for
in the
sure.
car.
Yeah.
Nobody's touching those.
Put it in the car.
Yeah, so-
Shove it up your ass like
PJ, you trying-
contraband.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, my prison wallet.
Yeah. You
Prison
need me to
purse.
carry it for you?
I know you got room.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Sideways.
Well,
Yeah.
welcome in, boys. Real quick, Brando, I want to hear about what's going on with you, bro. What happened? Well, where have you been? People miss you, dude.
Why I missed last week's episode?
And the week before that.
Well,
You
the
piece
week
of
before
shit.
that, was it the week before? No. It was just me and you that one,
Oh, you're probably right. Caden's
Thought-
probably been missing
or
forever.
it was all three of us maybe, or something. I don't know. It was during the NXL. I remember that.
Okay.
As we were recording, the NXL was going on. It was just last week. I missed. And oh, did I freeze? Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And no, I got a really bad tooth infection last week, and it was it was actually while we were recording. Wait, last week? No, 2 weeks ago. Let me back up. All right. So the weekend of the NXL. All right. The weekend of the NXL. That the Tuesday prior to the NXL tournament starting, I have a temporary. I had a temporary cap on one of my molars.
Okay.
I had a root canal when I was like 15. Put a temporary cap. Just never went back to get a actual cap on.
It's just scary, bro.
Or a crown. Just never did. And so I was at work. We had these the fruit snacks, the Mott's fruit snacks.
Okay.
From
Damn high
Costco
quality.
at work.
Okay. All right.
Delicious. Oh my
Yeah.
god. The only issue I have with them is that they're really sticky. Right? They just get stuck in your teeth. Well, this one particular one was just extra sticky and almost hard, like it was refrigerated. right? So I'm like throw it in my mouth. I'm chewing and I go and like it's hard for me to open my mouth
Damn.
and I like force it open. And I'm like, ooh, something's in there. It's not supposed to be. So I spit it out, and it's the top part of my cap, and the
God.
wires going down to my roots. I was like, ooh.
Oh,
Fucking
fuck.
cringing.
So
Oh my god.
now I have a hollow tooth in me. I'm like,
Oh man.
that's bad. So right there, I called a dentist. The dentist I was going to for the last year or two, they closed. They shut down. So haven't been to the dentist since. Found a dentist right down the street from where I live. Scheduled it for like the next Thursday. That's the earliest they could get me in. Cool, whatever. I'll just keep it really clean. Next day rolls around like, and I'm like making sure there's no food in there. I'm not chewing on that side.
Yins are
I'm
brushing.
brushing it after I eat. Yeah, and now it's just like sore. I'm like, huh. I wonder like, is I don't know. Is now there's nothing inside the tooth. The tooth's dead. Are my other teeth now start like want to shift because maybe there's nothing there that they're feeling? I have no idea. It's just sore. Continues for a couple days. That Friday, or sorry, that Thursday, we record the episode of the NXL while they're playing in the stadium, right? And if you go back and watch, like towards the end, it's just like really sore and hurt. I keep like sticking my finger in my mouth, like pushing on it, because it kind of feels good. It's like when a sore gum or a sore muscle. It does. It was like it's almost like teething, like when your wisdom teeth come in.
Okay.
Like your
I
teething.
got you
It's
covered,
like,
man.
I'm a glutton.
right? um, and so then the next day, the Friday, I go snowboarding, and something with the altitude, it just
Ooh,
the
pressure.
pain was terrible. Yeah, it
Yep.
just constantly, and I eating ibuprofen and Tylenol like it's candy, right? Just trying to keep the pain down. And while we're up there on the mountain, like I'm like, oh my god, it fucking hurts. My head,
You like
my head's
sweating kind
killing
of
me.
pain?
It's hot. Well, it doesn't help that it was fucking hot as shit up there too. Um, but Michelle's like, hey, call, see if you get something, get seen. I was like, all right, cool. That called a couple places. There was only one place taking like an emergency appointment Saturday morning. Cool, I'll take it. I'll be there in the morning. Well, we wake up in the morning and like I am swollen. It's like I have a lemon underneath my cheek.
That photo
like a squirrel.
that you sent was pretty crazy.
Oh, that was nothing. Like that was Saturday. That was right after I left the dentist, and it grew more. Yeah. I don't have a picture of like when it was at its biggest because I was just, it was bad. So they said I had an infection, gave me some antibiotics, some pain meds, and yeah, that was it. And I was like, all right, cool. I just gotta wait this out. They said they'll take it out once the infection's gone. Come Sunday, I have to drop Michelle off, my wife, at the airport for school. She was going down to San Diego for a couple days,
Yep.
and I'm like, my head's killing me. My tooth is the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. Just the pressure.
The worst pain you've
I
ever
have
felt in your life.
fever. Worst pain I've ever felt in my life.
Wow.
Like
Holy shit.
the I had a fever. Like it was, it sucked, and the 8 hours in between each dose of antibiotic and my pain meds, it was like maybe 3 hours right in the middle of that.
Oh.
It's like the pain goes away and I'm like able to kind of be up. And a little woozy, a little dizzy, nothing to eat because it fucking hurts. So
Not even soup?
a little bit of soup, not much, like
Gotcha.
top ramen a little bit. Like I just didn't eat anything Saturday that now I'm just like queasy to food.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took Michelle to school or to the airport, drove back. That was a rough drive back. Crawled into bed just in time to like turn on Go Sports and watch the finals as I drift off to sleep.
Oh, nice.
Sweating underneath covers, shivering. So yeah, so I didn't go to work Monday. Fuck, dude, it was so bad. Monday was so big. Tuesday it felt a little better, like I could be up on my feet, starting to eat, and that's when you recorded the show with Smiley Joe,
Mhm.
and Wednesday I was like, all right, cool. I'm going in later on Wednesday. I can see how I feel. Maybe I could just push through. And I ended up doing it. Swelling started to go down on Wednesday, and I'm like, cool, thank God it's starting to work. Like, because I'm laying in bed, all I'm thinking about is that scene from Castaway, where Tom Hanks
Oh
takes
God.
takes a figure
Oh
skate and a
my
rock
god.
and knocks the tooth. Dude, I wanted the tooth out. So, oh my God, I want like I was telling myself if the if it's not if the swelling hasn't gone down by Wednesday, I'm gonna go find a dentist, see if he can pull it, or I'm gonna take a fucking pair of pliers and pull this shit myself. Like, I wanted it out.
Damn.
It hurt so bad.
I feel that.
Um, so it started to go down. Went to work Wednesday. The last case on Wednesday, I'm like, we're starting to close, and I'm leaning up against my mail stand, and I'm starting to sweat, and that the pain's starting to hurt, and I go, I taste something. Oh shit, that's pus.
Oh
And I
God.
go, can I scrub out? I got pus in my mouth. They go, yeah, go. I scrub it out, like spit and just pus. Oh, it smelled disgusting. And so I rinse my
I'm about
mouth
to
out.
throw the fuck up right now.
Dude, I look back, I take my flashlight, I was like, huh. So I like put my finger back and I push pus out, and I'm like, oh
You're
yeah,
just
that's
cleaning it out.
nasty. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, clean it, spit it out, whatever. Look, I had pussy mouth. How do you spell that, Caden? How do you spell pussy? So,
Oh
so,
my god.
uh, so the next day,
What's your
Thursday,
address?
So the next day, on that Thursday, that's when I scheduled my original dentist appointment with a new dentist. Likely, we just had it off, and it had no surgeries or whatever. So I went to the dentist early in that morning. Swelling's going down, pain, still pain, but not as bad. He takes a look at it, takes an X-ray. He goes, "All right, well, want to take it out?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely, yes, let's do
Yep.
it." He goes, "All right, perfect." Nose me up real quick and just starts hacking away. And dude, he's at it for like 45 minutes.
What?
And then he takes some gauze and puts it in my mouth. He stitched me up. He goes, "Well, I got most of it. You're gonna have to go see a specialist for the roots down in the gums. I can't get
Oh
to that."
Oh
God.
Mother,
fuck
God
me.
damn it! He's like, "Hey, I drained it though, cleaned it, so you should feel better this afternoon. Here's some referrals." All right, cool. Made a couple calls. Called a oral maxillofacial surgeon in town.
Damn.
They were able to get me in that afternoon on Thursday. I walk in. He takes one X-ray to see where the roots are. He's like, "All right, yeah, I could get that out. Do you want to be awake or asleep?" I said, "Bitch, I want to be awake. Yeah, mama ain't raised no bitch."
If she did, it was my brother.
Bro, if they're
Every
like,
time, every fucking
if you want to go to
time.
sleep, bro, I'm just like, all right, dude, time to just sit back, relax, fade out of consciousness.
Oh,
It's like,
I'll get
count
to
backwards.
that. Dude, I'll get to that when I get back there. So I'm like, all right, cool. He was like, all right, well, I'll send someone in. We'll get you scheduled and whatnot. Get this taken care of. I was like, shit. All right. I don't know how long this will be. At least I'm not like in as much pain as I was. So a lady comes in. I'm talking with her, looking at scheduling dates, and she goes, "Actually, since you're here, I think they have an opening right now. Do you want to do it?" I said, "Yeah, take the shit out. Like, I want this done and over with." So, ooh, hold on.
Uh oh, someone. Uh
Yeah, no, there's a loud ass car. Get it? Yeah. So I was like, hell yeah. So 20 minutes later, I'm sitting in the back, giving me some local anesthetic and ripping it out, dude. Felt so grateful for them. Yeah. So now I have a missing tooth. I got to let it heal and shit. My stitches fell out this morning.
no straws.
No straw. No, just for 24 hours. I'm good. Look, I'm good to suck now. I got.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay,
Good.
nice.
I would miss that too.
But, dude, shut it. So speaking about going to sleep, it when he asked if I wanted to be awake or asleep. Oh wait, cool, whatever. Some papers I had to sign was some just being awake, right? Some local anesthetic, and on the other side of that, it stated general anesthesia. All right, so like you're completely out with general anesthesia. And I asked her, the lady, oh, do you guys have an anesthesiologist in house? She goes, oh no, our doctors they double as anesthesia. They went through the proper training and whatnot. I was like, oh, that's really
Some high
interesting.
quality shit right there,
Okay,
dude.
it is. Yeah, that's a lot of years of training. Okay, you know why wouldn't I believe her?
Especially multiple people.
So when we went out, when we went in the back, they had a monitor, right? Monitor hooked me up with my O2 sensor, right? Shows my oxygen level. Put a BP cuff on me for my blood pressure. They had EKG stickers or leads, but they didn't put that on me. And that's it, right? Basic monitor just takes your vitals really quick. I'm looking at it and I'm looking around, and mind you, again, I work in surgery. All right, I work in surgery. Like I do that for a living.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then
I'm
why
around
the
it
fuck
every
did you
day.
take your own tooth out?
Not because it's not a look. Doctors, surgeons, they it's this is excluded in school.
Oh man.
And so I'm looking around. I'm like, there's no fucking anesthesia machine. There's no oxygen here. Just some like stuff I'd usually see. So I asked the dental assistant, hey, you guys, for general anesthesia, do you guys put a tube down the throat? She goes, oh no, they're not that deep. I was like, that's really interesting. So like a MAC anesthesia, there's monitored anesthesia care. It's an acronym, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's also like an instrument name or whatever. She like turns around, she goes, oh yeah, we have those instruments over there. I was like, this bitch don't know what I'm talking about. So so like so I don't know. I'm just very very intrigued on how they put you to sleep for general anesthesia
The
without
people's
putting a
elbow.
tube down your throat and paralyzing you. I don't know.
Knuckle
So
sandwich.
yeah, just open up wide. But yeah, that was my eventful week and why I missed last week. And yeah, it's the worst pain I've ever felt, tooth pain.
How many
And
days total was that?
Like
7
from
days?
like when the pain started happening,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was about 6 days until the tooth
I would
was
have
pulled.
fucking shot myself by the third day.
Yeah, dude.
Like it was. Look, thankfully it happened like on a Friday when the pain was really bad, and I was able to just lay in bed for 2 days, and my wife being gone, it was like cool. All I have to do is get up
You don't
and
gotta
go
serve.
make sure Dova has food. That's it. Like that was my only responsibilities. So like, thank God it was just good timing with that. She almost didn't go either. I was like, oh, don't fucking worry about me. I will be fine. You go. This is my vacation. Yeah,
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, and
get
then
out
you
of
come
here.
back home when you're dead from a blood infection.
Talk
I'm
about
good.
Start joking.
Kill it.
Jesus.
Yeah, she feels so bad, but yeah. That was my little update.
Glad you're doing better, bro.
So-
Jeez, that sounded intense for
Yeah.
6 days.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, no, I mean, have you guys had like bad tooth pain?
Yeah, I have actually, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I know.
I
I
had
had
an
my teeth
impacted.
fucked up in basic training. I had to get removed.
Yeah.
Like, did something happen during basic training?
Yeah, so in the middle of so when you go into the infantry, I don't know how it is for the other MOSs, but they have what's called the kill zone, and your weapon racks like in your bay, and it's basically just taped off. Well, you only have like 2 people allowed to get your weapons out for our platoon is how they did it. And you're supposed to start like a chain. It's all numerical and serialized and stuff like that. Well, this dude was so scared of doing push-ups and getting smoked and shit, he just started grabbing them and flinging them out. And like the M4 has like a heat guard on it, like that metal heat guard.
Okay, yeah.
So he grabs it and he turns around and just slings it back that way.
Oh, God.
And he's completely going the wrong direction, and it pops me in the side of my mouth and it shatters this tooth that's gold now.
Oh, it's a baller.
And
Fucking
Dude.
Goldfinger over here.
so, yes, but they smashed one out, and then I had to wait a week. Like I had to eat with a busted ass tooth They wouldn't see me till a week after, and then I had to get a root canal done on this one. That's gold, and they were supposed to give me a root canal, and this dude that was like this dentist should have retired 20 years before I got there.
Oh God.
So he's starting to drill his hands like this, and he starts to drill up.
Oh,
Instead of drilling at a 90, he drills at an angle, and it pops the whole side of my tooth. And I'm looking at it like time out. And I was like, dude. So I'm like fucking like drooling, and this whole I'm like, was that my tooth? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. So I had to make a big scene and get him to come out there, and then they had to pull the tooth out because it was broken beyond repair. And then they give me a fucking plate for these two teeth here. It's like a whole plate with the two fake teeth, and I snap it up top, and it gave me a lisp. It legit gave me a lisp where I talked like this. I said,
being
no.
in the
So
army with a lisp must be rough, bro.
Fuck that, bro. And in the
Don't blame the plate.
Oof.
I took the plate. I got a speech impediment any fucking way. I can't talk. But I took the plate out and I smashed it because I was like, fuck this. I said no plate, and y'all did it anyway. And I crushed it. And I got in trouble for breaking it because it was like a $3,000 plate.
Oh, God.
And so I was like, I told you I wanted implants. Well, that was in 2013. Just a year ago, I finally got these fucking gold implants. It took them that long to give me
What if you
fake teeth
come
in the army.
What if you came out with a set of tits?
Ooh,
Bro,
even better.
I would have the most popular OnlyFans. I'm telling you, I'd be creative with that shit.
You said
man.
implant.
Dude, have you ever I forgot what it was. This guy's going in and he's going under anesthesia and he's getting like a colonoscopy or some shit, you know? And he's like fading out. He's obviously fighting the anesthesia, you know. He's like nodding off over and over and over again, right? And then the nurse is like, all right, prepare for your sex change surgery. The guy's like, no. It's like falls back asleep. So it's like imagine that just like just fading into darkness hearing that. Because dude, he was like,
and you ain't got no choice.
Right, exactly.
You got no choice.
It is out of his control. If it's up to him, he's out of commission. You know?
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
But oh man, dude. Whenever it comes to the dentist stuff, that like I never liked the dentist, right? So I mean, you guys have obviously paid attention to my story. I've been avidly going to the dentist lately, trying to I mean, not even a year ago, I had like jaw surgery to like realign my jaw. That was like horrible. Like, bro, that was actually some of the roughest pain I've ever been in. Because it's like,
I bet.
I think it was also like a placebo where it was like, because I felt fine. And they're like, oh, hey, you know, you got to get this realigned, right? And then ever since after they said that, dude, I was like a hypochondriac where I was like, oh, fucking shit, you know? Like my whole face was just hurting. And yeah, the jaw surgery, not fun. I would highly not recommend that ever, you know? And I get the first 30 minutes of this podcast is basically, hey, us telling you, get ahead of it while you can. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hey, stop slacking, get a nice paying job to where you can maybe go to the dentist and make it a little bit easier on yourself. We're just giving you life tips. Brando, you still look as handsome as ever, bro, even when you go full underjaw gorilla mode.
Even with two teeth? Yeah. Yeah? With no... yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. Well, PJ and Daniel, let me just say, I fucking missed you guys, dude. I feel like it's been a long time coming. We got united again through the In the Pits podcast for that game show night. That was pretty fucking rough. Who the fuck is not bringing a cooler to the event? Or I don't know what opinion, what options that was, but somehow they're like nobody's bringing micros or some shit, you know, like nobody's bringing anything, you know. I forgot.
Shout out to Christian for that, dude. I mean, damn, that was a great idea.
100%.
Yep.
It was cool. When I was in Texas this past weekend at the USXBL, Christian just recently became a part of Oni, and he's like been like their drill sergeant, like literally, like he's there working on all their drills and everything. So I'm excited to get into that one later. But PJ and Daniel, dude, missed you guys. It's great to have you guys back on. Seriously, we really appreciate it. Whenever you bless us with your time, I know you guys are in like the future right now, you know, with 3 hours in the future.
Yeah.
So
it is currently 9:34 here.
Damn,
dude,
dude,
still out here. Look at that.
I hope you feel good about yourself. Dragging me into this room this late.
You know
No,
what?
this is normally about what time we start recording our show. So
Hell
so
yeah.
it's all good.
I mean,
It's all good.
we feel that, dude. Feel that. But one question I got for you guys is, you guys have been doing a podcast for how long now?
Fuck me. This is the 4th year.
Damn, dude, the 4th year.
Let's see.
You've literally been
I'm
doing that
curious
longer than
now.
us.
Going
I'm
on 4
curious.
years.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm about to look.
You know,
I'm
it should be
curious.
4.
I'm thinking it's 4.
well, now that you guys have had
But
a
I have been wrong.
podcast for a little bit, like around the 40-year mark, would you guys say that's kind of like influenced the way you kind of have conversations with people, like when you meet them in real life? Or, you know, because obviously some of the people that you've had on the podcast, you probably haven't really talked to very much outside of like Instagram DMs or something like that, to where it's almost like you're making a brand new friendship for the first time with them.
Yeah.
You know? So how does that affect you guys in like real life with the podcast?
Sidebar. January 18th was 4 years.
Damn, dude. Congratulations, bro, on 4
Nice.
years, dude. That's crazy.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Go
that.
ahead, Daniel.
So in regards to your question, I'm kind of going to answer for PJ a little bit too, but our dad taught us how to talk to people at a young age. Like, you know, how like conversation can turn into like good business and so on and so forth. So we've never been really scared to talk to people because the way that we grew up is like you had to talk to somebody yourself for like a job interview, because like we were into like logging and lumberjack stuff for like the first, you know, like jobs that we had or whatever. And yeah, we were known because our dad had his own reputation, but we still had to learn how to talk and handle our own business as, you know, young men and stuff. So jumping from that and then going into the military where you have to like give classes and you have to talk to certain people a certain way and stuff like that. I think the podcast has helped me with a filter in a way, even though I still have free reign to say almost whatever the hell I want.
Basically.
But
it's our show. Who's
Yeah.
gonna tell you can't?
Well, I'm not saying that anybody can, but it's like that one episode where I was telling my World Cup story where like every other word was fuck. You know what I mean? So
we did an F-bomb counter for that show, and I think we gave away a headband for who got the most. And I had to tell Daniel, I was like, listen, usually when we go into our show, we're like, listen, there's no rules. It's all no, you know, whatever, do whatever. And then I was like, hey, time out. There's one rule. You've got to cut back on the F-bombs a little bit. Because it was like, yeah, and I fucking went to fucking piss and fucking this. I'm like, no. I don't even want to listen to that.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's really not that bad. And he went back and listened to it. He goes, that shit's pretty rough.
Yeah. So I try to like apply a filter, and now with my position that I'm going to be now in the military, I'm going to be an instructor teaching new recruits how to be a Black Hawk mechanic.
That's sick.
You really have to, you know, mind your, you know, your vocabulary and your verbiage and everything. They'll throw you under the bus for any fucking thing, man. Like this one person asked one of my buddies that's here. He's like, hey Sergeant, do you have any life advice? Because it was like the end of course critique stuff, whatever, and it was kind of like nothing else to teach. They already tested out, and they were just like wasting time. He's like, yeah, stay away from Latinas. And
baby.
Brando.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
Fired.
But this one chick got online and did like a survey, and she was like, all I learned was to stay away from Latinas. I didn't learn anything about Black Hawk mechanics and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh my god,
someone said that?
Yeah. But the dude in charge of all of us thought it was funny. So nothing happened to him, but it still came to light, if you know what I mean. Like it still got brought up that didn't need to get brought up. So I'm gonna have to kind of, you know, mind my P's and Q's here for sure.
I mean, for sure. I mean, look at even, I remember you talking about on your guys' show where even a recent controversy where you had to like come ahead of it. You know, you're like, you had to come clean with it with your boss.
Yep.
Right. And it's not even like they're like ordering around you on what to say. It's just like, there's just some things that it's like, you just shouldn't really like talk about. I mean, usually for the most part, we talk about whatever the fuck we want. Right. But there's just some things you just shouldn't talk about, you know, and I feel that. Right. Yeah. But I mean, me and Smiley Joe talked about the fucking Epstein files for a little bit, and you know, sulfuric acid. So I was kind of like, you know what? Okay, fuck it. I kind of gave in a little bit, right? So,
Yeah.
but not bad at all. But PJ, how would you say having the podcast has changed your conversations when it comes to day-to-day basis?
I don't really know that it has that much. I've always been, I would say probably my junior year of high school plus, I've kind of became an open book. Um, in my younger years, I was always real, open with my small group of friends, and really wouldn't let anybody in. And then junior year of high school, I kind of realized everybody ain't as bad as I think they are. So, like somebody that might share a different view with me, um, I wouldn't take a second look at to have conversation with, and I kind of opened or broadened my horizons then for whatever reason, and just started having conversation with people, and from then on it was just if you're not a piece of shit, I can usually pinpoint those across a 100-mile radius. Like Daniel, he's a piece of shit, but I have to talk to him because he's my brother. But no, but like I've always been kind of open for conversation, in that regards. But just like you made a comment earlier about how a lot of these people that we asked to be on our show, the conversation hadn't gone any further than like an Instagram DM or so. And I'm sure you guys have experienced this. What's crazy to me about it is like I use this for example a lot because it was a um I guess you could call it a milestone for me, and I would say even Daniel. Daniel's wearing his headband right now, but we brought on Carl Malkowski. He was our first professional guest
Sick
on the
episode.
show, and it is my favorite all-time episode that we've done to date. And even Daniel's Welcome Home show where he came back on because it was like we picked up where we left off, but we brought him on, and never have I ever talked to him in person, over the phone. It's all been Instagram DMs. It was like we had been best friends for 25 years, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you guys have had similar experiences. So we've had that experience with pretty much every guest that we've had, and it's each each guest is challenging in a way because you're not sure how they're gonna perceive your show. Like we're not Play the Game or any of these higher tier whatever whether it's paintball or outside of paintball podcast. We're a kind of low listener count show, so I feel like some of these guys probably wouldn't take us as serious, you
Okay.
know. And then they come on the show and they stay on. They choose to stay on for 3 hours,
Yeah.
and by the end of that show, we're kind of like, "Hey, man, we're wrapping up on time," and they're like, "Hey, I got another story," and I'm like, "Shit." And then all of my preconceived notions about them thinking that we're lesser are gone because they came on the show. We had a good time. If that makes sense, what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I know I'm rambling.
No, absolutely. I definitely feel that.
But,
There are definitely people where I was like, man, like, okay, perfect example for us. Like when we had Maddie Marshall on, right? Maddie
Yeah,
Marshall
huge.
is one of the
Huge.
greatest of all times that's ever done it, right? The guy paved the road for paintball commentating to where now these
Yes.
people now everybody else is coming up just has to walk on these stones that have already been placed, right? Maddie
Right.
Marshall is one of the
Yep.
greatest, right? To where it's cool enough to where, I mean, now every time I see Maddie Marshall, I can give him a fist bump and be like, dude, what's up, Maddie? It's great to see you.
Yeah.
And
For us,
that was intense for
I'm
me.
sorry, go ahead. For us, that person I would think outside of like Carl Malkowski is Alex Frazee.
Straight up.
Like you guys, y'all had him on your show as well. He was on ours twice. Daniel, we had a episode with
twice.
him, and then he was on the Welcome Home as well. Um, and just like Carl, he came on. I think his episode is like 2 to 3 hours long. It's a long episode, and it's just somebody that we never thought we would figuratively bump elbows with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now like we go to events, which I mean, we go to World Cup. We don't go to all these other events, but we go to World Cup and we see him, we speak to him, and we have a conversation, and it's just like another homie, and we go on about our business. Zach Patience the same way. We went to Cup, and he was like, "Hey, come in here to the VIP booth." And we're like, "What is this?" And we're like, "Well, don't worry about it. Come in here." And we're treated. I don't want to say like family, because we were kind of making our rounds. So we went in and said, "Hey," and we dipped out of there because we didn't want to seem like we were lingering and whatever. But it's weird to see where this little show that we decided to do 4 years ago has brought us. We go to World Cup and we're back in the infamous VIP thing. We're walking up to the Hormesis booth and shooting shit with Alex like we've known each other for 25 years. It's wild to me to think about that sometimes.
Dude,
Yeah.
100%.
Because you guys aren't it's it's not like you're bringing someone on and just you got just interview style questions, just completely all there's a format, right? We all have questions, we all have like topics and stuff, but it's not like you're just reading off on from this piece of paper of like, okay, all right, after this, like after they answered, boom, another question. After that answer, boom, another question. It's not robotic that way. Nor do you guys have like an agenda, right? You just make it a show. You just want to talk to people. You want to put your thoughts out there and get other people's thoughts and opinions out there, and it's genuine, right? And that's what I think just everyone gravitates to. And once you go on, you talk to you guys, it's like it's just having a conversation, as you said, and that's what it just opens more doors and everything, right? It's more accepting. It's nice. It's nice to see.
My goal from the beginning, and Daniel's as well, was I always I sell it to the people that we ask to come on the show as like, hey, this isn't like a Q&A, bullet point interview. We like to kind of format it as like, think of it as you just got done with practice and we're all kind of like hanging around a picnic table or something like that. We're just shooting shit.
That's a great way to look at it.
I do like to get people in there, get their backstory, stuff like that. But just a lot of like you guys do it better than we do. It doesn't necessarily have to be about paintball. So like we had Carl on for the second time, and he was talking about all kind of other shit, and it didn't have to be about paintball. It didn't have to be about Columbus level and H2K and all this shit. So, I like to keep the conversation as natural as possible, but I think you guys do a much better job. Just like having Smiley Joe on talking about Epstein files and beekeeping and shit like that. I love that type of shit because it's just guys with the same interests having conversation about shit outside of that interest.
Yeah, I feel like when you're at practice, sure, you have like, it is so easy to talk about paintball, right? Well, because it's fresh on the mind, hot on the mind. But when you talk about other things with people, you can really kind of see their character and kind of who they are as a person, right? And a conversation that's 2 to 3 hours long straight, dude, that 2 to 3 hour mark, people, that's like a bend or break moment for people where they can either like, you can tell if they're easily irritated, if they're like starting to fade out, you can sometimes their real opinions start to come out, right? Especially when the real questions start to come out, right? I mean, and sure, we have interview style questions, but like I feel like a lot of the stuff that we put in here are just like topics where, I mean, one thing that I genuinely wanted to talk about when you were kind of talking about, you're like, oh, in high school, once I realized people weren't a piece of shit, right? Like, have you ever heard of have you guys, Caden, look this word up, but have you guys ever heard of the feeling of Sonder?
Fuck, I got to look that up.
Right, Caden, luckily we got Caden here that's going to look it up for us and read it out loud.
Sonder is a term coined in 2012 defining the profound, sudden realization that every random passerby is living a life as vivid, complex, and real as your own.
That's much better than what I found because I must have spelled it different. Sonder most commonly refers to a Canadian portable tent sauna brand.
You know what? It was funny because I was looking that up and I was like, how do I spell it? And I probably spelled it the way you did, PJ, the very first time. And I was like, that is not what the fuck I'm looking for.
So the easier definition of this is the awareness that everyone is the main character of their own story.
Yes. Amazing way to put that. Yeah.
Right. It's just such a weird way of thinking. Like when you look at the side of a apartment building and you see all of these people's, like, because sometimes like their blinds will be open, right? You can kind of see in their house, like you can see their lights, right?
And my binoculars,
you know what I'm saying, right? You got your binoculars, right? But you can, but right, you can. Everybody is doing their own thing, right? Where you know, some people are watching TV, some people are gaming, some people are reading a book, some people are working out. You know, it is just such a good realization when you realize that everybody is so much more than just paintball, right? Like, everybody is a legitimate individual person to where, I mean, I don't know what the fuck you guys were talking about. It's been a long time since I listened to that episode, but what you guys were talking about with Carl, right? You guys could be talking about fishing, right? Or like with Smiley Joe with beekeeping, right? That is such a weird thing that everybody has their own thing outside of paintball, and I like to talk about that stuff, right? Sure, we can talk about Tampa and all that stuff, but I like talking about the people in the conversation.
Yeah, and something about that is, when I'm listening to the shows and everything, it's the people that I enjoy listening to, and even with topics that I have no interest in necessarily, but when I see that they have an interest, or two people are going at it of just like passion or something with it, it's like, all right, cool, I'm in. I buy into this conversation right now because you two are passionate. I'm learning about it now, and because of who you guys are, like I'm enjoying learning from you two talking because I enjoy you two. So it just building off of that. It's cool.
One of my favorite sayings is like, it's okay to let people enjoy things. You know what I mean? And if you, just like you guys, I don't fucking play Elden Ring at all, but y'all get on here and talk about it. You're walking around cut with Elden Ring shirts. If you have a whole fucking episode on Elden Ring, I'm gonna sit there and listen to the shit. I might be Googling and YouTubing the whole time just to where I'm relevant in the conversation. But if you have, but you have the passion for it, and you're just like I am with horror movies and stuff. Like, nobody really gives a shit about horror movies, but I could sit here and talk all night about that shit. But I enjoy watching people light up about things that they are like obsessed with and immersed in, because we live in a fucked up world, right?
Straight up.
And everybody's got problems. People are battling depression, people are battling divorce, it's just, everybody's got a personal battle. So if so if to all that, just to say, and I'm going on these tangents and I apologize, but
all good.
All that just to say is, if somebody is lit up and they're talking about a subject that they're really interested in, whether it's on a platform like this or in a Facebook comment, let them do it. Unless it's about football, because football's gay, but let them do it. And
kick them out of here.
No, I agree with him, bro. I agree with him.
You out,
Get you out of here, Brando.
but to end my little tangent here, let them do it, because that is probably their escape from reality, and they're probably having a tough time. This is something they can disconnect with. Let people enjoy things, except football.
Whatever. That is something that I had to come to terms with, especially when, when Caden goes on his rant about ethnic cleansing, like, he's so passionate about it, and I just
Crazy
like,
about it.
he loves it, and I just, because his plan is wild, but look, that's what he's passionate about, and I gotta let him finish.
Fucking guy.
I did not see that one coming.
He gets him out so naturally, bro. Gets him in so good.
Secondhand nature, bro. You know me.
But it just feels good to be able to have like the conversations with people where you can kind of just turn your brain off, realize you're kind of just like in the garage. Like, I mean, obviously, I don't want to be like, hey, no one's listening, but bro, I'm posting it on the fucking internet, right? But say as much as you want to say. But it's cool when it's like, when you keep an open mind to something and you're like, okay, let's talk about, or he's bringing up something that I have no idea about. Dude, let me ask a ton of fucking questions, because if this guy's even an expert, because usually sometimes what people talk about, they're relatively knowledgeable about it. Right, that specific topic. So you can kind of pick their brain, and then you can kind of get that autism mode going where they're like, oh, dude, yes, let me tell you about all my shit.
Yeah.
My
fucking 5-year-old with Minecraft. That son of a bitch is so smart,
bro,
about
Minecraft.
Don't even get me started on Minecraft.
Dude, I made a Minecraft post today, bro. I cried. Not even going to lie, bro. Dead ass.
Bro,
the Minecraft post.
My little homie was like, so what you do is you take the iron and you smelt it and you make this. I'm like, first off, what the fuck do you know about smelting iron? Like, what? You're 5. But he's so passionate about it, you know. And you know, poor kids are so innocent. They don't know how fucked up the world is. You know what I mean?
All
But,
you
like,
need to know is do 3 ingots across the top, 2 sticks, pickaxe. That's all you need to know.
I mean, he'll tell you all that shit, and I'm like, whatever you say, bro. Like, I have no idea.
Dude,
See me on Battlefield.
You
No,
to
I'm
blow
just
up everything.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I was the kind of guy back in the day when Minecraft first came out. I was like, fuck this stupid kids game. You know, fuck this blocks bullshit. And then then I played it, bro. Dude, I see what the youngins are talking about, bro. Like, it is so good.
Kids yearn for the mines.
Dude, straight
on
up,
that
bro.
On that topic, I was like that with Roblox. It
Oh,
sounds
God.
weird to say I've been playing Roblox as an adult. The game's fire. The game's
Oh,
so fire.
Oh God, bro!
There's
Do
so
not
many
say
games.
that, bro. Roblox is
No,
crazy.
Aiden's the
on
one
weird
that's
shit with
whispering
the
to
block.
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Roblox. That's where
I'm dying on this hill.
that's where the predators
I'll
are.
hang out with the predators.
We'll let you.
Clip it! Clip it! Clip it! Clip it! Get him out of here, bro. Oh
What's
my
the-
God.
wait, what's
What's
the
your
name?
IP, bro?
What's the name? Chris.
Chris Hansen?
fucking- I'm forgetting his name. Yeah. Chris Hansen, big fan.
Oh God, dude.
Oh
So-
my god!
So, Caden,
So
what?
you said you were going to eat her ass. Have y'all seen that clip?
Are you sure? Yeah, that was a typo.
Dude, and I'm not even gonna lie, dude. Those videos where the people do like street justice against like those, I assume you guys have seen them, where they're like,
Hell yeah.
"Excuse me,
Beating their-
everybody, this guy right
Eating their
here,
ass in a grocery
here to
store.
meet an 11, yeah, here to meet an 11-year-old boy." And
I'm here for my laxatives.
I love that one specifically, bro, because when I don't know how the fuck they're not like thinking of it like that. How have these predators not seen these videos online? You're telling me you're not doing your research? You know?
They're lost in their own little world, man. They're
Lost
tunnel
in
vision
thought.
on those fucking little kids.
Like it, dude.
That's all the
It,
fuck it is.
it is crazy, bro. And
It's disgusting.
I love watching those videos. Like I don't care. I love watching those videos.
Yes.
Like
Yes. I like when they're trying to walk away and they just get sucker punched. Constantly
Yes,
trying to walk
dude.
out of Walmart. Bam.
like
Gets back up. Bam.
you
That
know,
was where the guy gets
I love
tossed
it.
in the air.
yes, the alley oop.
that.
He
Oh,
like
yeah.
throw it in the air and they punch him in the face. Dude, so good, right?
It's so good. Like I wouldn't be surprised in like another year or two, people that haven't seen that somehow start saying that that's AI because it's so like good and clean, just being thrown up and oh my God.
Yeah.
I need somebody to dress up as Batman when they do it.
Oh,
Blue Vigilante.
dude,
got
could
it.
you imagine seeing that coming at you? You know, you think you're about to get a fucking little
I'd
pee-pee
shit
and then
my
you get
pants.
that's what you get? Bro, Batman? Oh, fuck, dude. It's over.
What's gonna happen is you're gonna get the fake Batmans off of the Dark Knight. I'm not wearing hockey pads. You know the ones the guys that had that shit on.
Yeah.
That's the Batman you're gonna get.
What makes you different from us? Yeah, I'm not wearing hockey pads. That's so great.
Dude, because I love when the people, they're like in a grocery store, they're exposing the guy, right? And then a random guy will be like, "What the fuck? I have a daughter." Poof, and just knocks him out, right? I love
Be me.
right?
I would do that.
Because
Yeah.
I feel that. I don't
1000%.
even have a kid, but it's just like, dude, those people are fucking disgusting, bro. To where I love watching them get beat up. I love watching them get. Sure, that's
Yeah.
probably incredibly foul of me to say. Where it's like, oh, I like
No, it's
watching a
not.
human get hurt.
No,
fuck
it's not
them,
at
bro.
all.
Fuck them.
Bro,
No.
it is crazy.
I
that
did
those
see it.
Those are
motherfuckers
the
go
type
to
of human
jail.
beings that don't need to be on this earth.
I agree. It is
I
fucking
saw
crazy.
a video. I saw a reel the other day where somebody tried that with a predator and the predator fucked him up. And I'm like, no.
No, bro.
That's not
I've
supposed to go.
never seen that happen.
You
Fucking
know,
Uno reverse card immediately.
okay, kind of on like the Uno reverse card. Did you guys ever watch that show, Bully Beatdown on MTV back in the day?
Yeah.
Dude, I remember.
What was the Mayhem?
Yeah.
No.
Mayhem,
Was
yeah,
that his name?
with the guy with the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
red stripe, sick ass guy. I remember there was an episode where the bully won, and
Yeah, I remember that.
dude,
I remember that.
Yeah,
Then
that was
it-
like the only episode of the entire series.
yeah, I was honestly like,
Yeah.
I'm never watching this show again.
Dude,
What's
that
the-
is peak MTV.
Because I hope that
Yeah.
guy that lost, that professional MMA fighter that lost to a fucking scrub, bro, hang it up, bro. hang it up. But I also,
go play airsoft.
right? I mean, I like those stories where you get to where a guy gets beat up, like where a bully gets beat up. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like those stories. Maybe it's because I was a fucking little kid that got trash canned on 7th grade. But you know, seeing justice be prevailed. You know, where the balance, there's a balance of life, where you know sometimes there's too many deer in the forest, so we gotta cut them down. You know, or else they're gonna eat all the shrubs. You know?
Did you say you got trash canned?
I was so short when I was a kid. First day of 7th grade, I got trash canned. Dude, it was so fucking rough.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bro. Dude, it was rough, right? And obviously, people are like, "Oh my god, you don't say that shit out loud." I'm saying it because, dude, it is what it is, right? It forged me as a person to where I was like, man, that shit's never fucking happening again. You know?
Y'all ever heard of Columbine? Like,
Oh,
Jesus.
fuck. Oh, fuck, dude. But right, and that's kind of the thing where if you kind of do look at that, that is where a lot of it does spawn at. You know, is where it's like people kind of just being a fucking asshole to another person who they think is like a lesser human than they are.
You know where that shit comes from, though. I mean, it's proven that it snowballs. Like, their parents are pieces of shits to them, so they take it out on lesser people they think is lesser than them. And I will publicly put it out there. I have a 5-year-old in school. I will fucking hit a kid. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I will fuck your kid up.
That
and
thing
you.
It is such a difference.
Don't touch my baby.
It is such a difference generationally, right? Where people are like, you never put a hands on a kid. Bro, some people are fucking. Some people are like PJ, or you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? Or like when people were talking about like respecting your elders, dude. The younger generation do not give a fuck. Now it is so much more about
earning it.
As long as you're not like a little punk ass little bitch kid, but for the most part, it's like, dude, as long as you show respect, you get respect back. Right.
That's my theory. I treat the CEO the same way as you treat the janitor. You know that saying. So I approach everybody for the most part in a very well-mannered manner, whatever, polite manner. But man, if you turn that switch, listen down. I don't approach Daniel like that because he's a bitch, but you turn that switch and you're an asshole to me, I can triple the asshole back to you. And I don't give a fuck if you're 70, 80, 20. I don't give a shit. If you treat me like shit, I'm going to treat you like shit. You know, you don't get a free pass just because you old as fuck. I mean, am I in the minority here?
No,
you get what you're given.
Yeah, I agree. And you know, obviously, I'm not gonna say like "fuck you" to an old lady, right? But
I will.
You want? No, I was playing.
You know,
I have, and I will again.
Oh God, what's the story with that one? Was it a good one?
So, yeah, so we were just we were walking in the Walmart parking lot, walking into the store. And this lady was like on her phone driving, and me and my son are walking in by ourselves, and we're already hugging like the trunks and the hoods of the cars that are parked, whatever.
Okay.
And she's like really, really close. It's a one-way travel lane. It's not like the double-sided. It's one way. And she stopped and said, "You need to get over and watch where you're going." And I just lost. I literally put my hands over like my son's ears like it was gonna do something, but I was like
earmuffs, Junior.
I hate to say it this way. Yeah, but my army voice came out, and like I was just like yelling at her like she was a fucking brand new private who just fucked up. I was like, "Don't tell me what to fucking do," blah 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 blah. Because she was like inches away from hitting my son, dude. Like no.
Yeah.
Like, And she had to be at least fucking 75, 80 years old.
Oh God.
Have you ever seen the video of like the Ronald McDonald crash out?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I pictured. Just he said my army voice came out. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
My voice actually surprisingly goes pretty fucking deep when I start yelling and shit like that.
Oh yeah, me too,
Oh,
brother.
my God.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen here, goddammit.
I was pretty fucking mad.
What are you doing, lady?
You know, I started
Yeah. Oh my God, dude, that is fucking funny.
It pissed me off, man, because I wasn't gonna say anything, but she stopped and put her window down after she pulled over and started fucking yelling at us. I'm like, oh no.
Hell
No.
nah, bro.
Go
Hell
for it.
I would have shit in her face. crop dust the fuck out of her.
Damn,
Fucking Spider-Man.
that
What do you think about that, bitch?
that is fucking funny.
We're so off the rails right now.
I know.
No, that is real unsportsmanlike. And you know what? With that word that I just said, I'm gonna transition this. What do you guys think about Jet getting suspended for showing some ass cheeks?
Bro.
We talked about this a little.
I did
bit.
hear a little bit about it, but I was like, you kind of like guys like ended it, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? What is the final decision of what you guys think?
I don't know. We kind of got off of it. I don't remember why, but I'll let Daniel answer in just a minute. Fuck him. But so
I'm taking my CS3 back.
Okay,
it's over there
you know what,
somewhere.
before we start, let me just say, if it wouldn't have been him, it would have been me, bro. Dead ass. If it was not him, it was gonna be me. Right? Like,
yeah, I'm so
Unintended.
conflicted on it. I'm yeah, to dead ass. I'm so conflicted on it. Like, I'm like, yeah, everybody's out there having a good time, you know, whatever. I would have done something like I probably would have lifted my shirt up. Everybody loves tits, and you know, just dumb shit like that. But on the other side, yes, that's right. On the other side of that coin, you know, it's kind of like, all right, you know, you're a rostered professional player now.
yeah.
Like you need to kind of carry yourself in a professional manner. You know, I used the term on our show that, you know, I had a manager that would tell us, you're always on an interview. You know, whether you have the job, every day that you're here, you're on an interview, and it made sense. And I just want to say on this show the same that I said on my show. Fuck that motherfucker, because he's fired now. He's a piece of shit.
What?
But yeah, fuck that guy. But that stuck with me
talking
for
about
the
Jet?
last 5 years. No, the manager.
Oh, the manager. Okay.
I don't know Jet.
No,
But
fuck
no,
that
fuck
manager.
the manager. Fuck him. Anyways, I'm surprised he's not in prison. Anyways, neither here nor there. You are a rostered pro. You should probably carry yourself in a more professional manner. But like our buddy Mark made the comment, he was like, you know, do you know how much crazy shit goes on at different sporting events? You know, like, you know, women in the stands of football games, you know, flashing, you know, just all kind of shit.
Freakers and all that shit. Yeah.
Truth be told, if we had people looking into our sport, wanting to invest, that is probably the least of our worries. You know, yes, it's not great to see a bare ass on the Jumbotron. People have seen worse. If you walk through divisional pits, there's people like shooting up meth and like just beer chugging alcohol in their assholes. You know what I mean?
Fields.
But no, I mean, just you walk through some of the divisional pits, and it's just like I said on our episode, it's kind of like walking through the slums of New York.
It's lawless,
You know,
bro. Sometimes.
I'm telling you, it's just you know, fucking trash everywhere. People just hot boxing in the pits. You know, yeah, if you want to go smoke weed, that's fine. I don't care. But I don't think you need to do it where there's like 7 and 8 year old kids walking around and shit. You know what I mean? Like, just go do the shit in your car.
Pod runners are 10 years old.
Time and place, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But just on that principle, I just think it might have been blown out of proportion. My first initial reaction was like, yeah, fuck him, suspend him. And then I kind of took a second to think. And
how long did you get suspended for?
What, 3 games?
An event?
3 games.
3 games?
3 games? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's like
yeah.
nothing.
I think that's yeah, but still, maybe they should have just been like, hey, don't do that again.
What is the punishment if you were to be captured on the NFL doing that? Like, if you were to go to the NFL game and flash some cheek, what is the punishment with that? Is that a fine? Like what? Like, but the thing is, I feel like
fine you for anything.
At least Jet got it out of the way real quick to where at least it's like now there's like a rule. You know how sometimes there's like a cliff, right? And now all of a sudden someone falls off, so now they put rails, right? So it's like it takes one guy to make the lesson, right?
I think the problem with it is that because paintball is not like really accepted worldwide, and like we're trying to go on ESPN, we're trying to go get popular. I think that's kind of why they didn't do it, or like weren't happy with it. I mean.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean,
and we're like small, right? I mean, it's not at the NFL. There's probably more people doing it, right? More people doing it, but it's a lot bigger crowd. They're probably able to filter what they're seeing right that moment.
Yeah.
Other than us, being live, we don't have that luxury. But
Yeah, way more options.
yeah, So I I agree with you that probably more and even worse things are happening at other uh, baseball, football, basketball, whatever games are going on, right? In that stadium, worse is probably happening, or more stuff is happening. But we're just so small. It's only
Yeah.
one side. It was the end zone of the stadiums or the stands, and that was it. Right? They didn't have enough to pan around or whatever to cut that out. It's only maybe only one camera. I don't know.
Yeah, that was
Nice.
my take on it.
Good. Yeah. Perfect. Hey,
Yeah. Yep.
fantastic. See, eye to eye, eye to eye.
Yeah,
I
because like
I think it
all
was a
those
dumb
leagues are
decision
already
on his part.
established. You know what I mean? Like NFL, NBL, NBA, they already have millions of viewers, millions. You know what I mean? NXL really don't even have like a fucking a cunt hair of that.
Straight
So
up.
so it's like I get it,
Accurate
it's
measurement.
funny, but wrong place, wrong time, man. Like that's not what the league needs. But knowing the shit that he would do at MVPSs when he played with Dynamic and everything, and when we would play against him with Georgia Extreme when I was in Georgia, he was always like basically butt ass naked or trying to do something to get attention. Like if that's his character, by all means, you do you. That's you, man. That I don't give two shits. But going to that extreme and like PJ said, you are a rostered pro player, not the best move, man. Not the best move at
Yeah,
all.
yeah. Look,
But
I love showing my cheeks to my friends because
Straight
it's
up,
funny
dude.
as shit. But I'm not doing it on live television or so whenever something
Yeah.
being streamed.
yeah,
So
I just think it was a bad decision in the moment. In the moment, he probably thought it was going to be hilarious. Some people probably thought it was. I don't know
I
if it.
definitely thought it
If
was.
it yeah, I
yeah, I
don't know
laughed.
that.
I'm not gonna lie. I was
I
like,
don't know that it should
oh,
carry.
you
I
idiot.
don't know that it should carry any kind of suspension from the league. Um, I was really hoping that like Todd Adamson and then weren't going to like shit can him for like unprofessionalism because I don't think that's deserved. But I think that it's a good learning lesson for him. It shouldn't be as blown out as proportion as it was. I don't think. And hopefully he's learned his lesson moving forward. I mean, if he does it again, then I'd fucking bench him the rest of the year because he obviously hadn't learned nothing.
I
You
thought
know
three
what I mean?
game. Obviously,
yeah,
the 3 game suspension, low key, that's like perfect. It's not.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's not an entire event, and it's like obviously he hasn't. He can still practice with the team to where that 4th match. If he does get any spins that 4th match, hopefully he's able to kill it. They're able to maybe to go to Sunday and then battle it out, bring him on the field then.
Yeah.
Right. I
yeah.
feel like anything over that would have been fucking crazy. Because obviously the 4 match,
I
that's
think that was a little
that's
too
your
much.
that's your whole potential tournament is 4 matches.
Yeah.
I think 3 games was too much for that, to be honest with you.
Really? What do you think the punishment should have been?
Just been 3, like, was it 3, like 3 whole matches, right? That's what they're
3
considering
matches.
games. It should have just been 1, in my opinion. 1 and make him rebuy his fucking ID or some shit. Like,
I
Cash payment.
I see, but I don't know. I mean, how many times have they suspended someone that many games that wasn't like due or from something on the field, right? I could see them just trying to make him as an example.
That's exactly
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is. They're making an
Mm.
example
I
out of
get
him.
it. I wholeheartedly get it. I
Yeah.
just think that might have been a little bit too much.
We should all go and show
Yeah,
our butt
what I-
cheeks so then every angle is covered.
You really need to
Ooh.
jump over off of
You know
mine.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm really interested. Caden, what would you rate his cheeks on a scale from 1 to 10?
yeah. That's valid. Valid question.
Good shape. Good shape. Definitely pro player with cheeks.
Cake
We're,
up.
we're solid. We're gonna give it a solid 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. That ain't
7 out
solid,
of
but all right.
10.
All right.
All right.
7 out of
Damn.
10. That's not
Well,
bad. That's not bad.
Hey,
You heard it here
Jet,
first.
Jet, you get Caden's seal of approval on your ass.
7 out of 10, bro.
Damn.
I mean, shit, dude. Brando, you're like a 9.5 out of 10.
That was 9.
Hell yeah, I am.
I mean,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah,
the fact
yeah.
that the quads complement it is just like so much better, bro.
Jesus.
When I posted
Yeah,
that one
short
video
stature.
of you running, right, with the Welts shirt on, right, when I did like a Welts Wednesday, and like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
dude, I got a couple DMs about, I'm like, man, look at his quads. And I'm not gonna
Oh my
snitch
God.
on anybody, because obviously that's a very sacred thing to be, obsessed with the man's quads. So
He's about to out
Yours,
me.
PJ.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Brando, I remember you were talking a little bit about some other unsportsmanlike, dude. What knowledge do you know that we don't know?
Oh, I saw that. So
What do you know?
it oh man, who was talking about it? I forget who I heard talking about it, but it was an unsportsmanlike call made on, it was the Tauntauns, and who were they playing? Fuck. Was it the Russians, Hurricanes? I'm gonna have to take a look. I'm sorry.
Some goofy team.
It was on Sunday. Yeah, it was a team that knocked them out.
Yeah.
So, it was the very last point of their game, and it ended on a with a flag, right? It was, sorry, I'm just looking. No, Dynasty. Sorry. So they were playing Dynasty.
Yeah.
And what the person that I heard talking about it was that they said the Tauntauns player got an unsportsmanlike, and they're awaiting to hear if the punishment comes from that. They said that the player spiked their gun into the ground at the end of the game.
That sounds like
Well,
Axel.
you go, yeah, you watch. Axel's the only one alive on Dynasty's side, and the flag goes up, and it cuts over, and his gun's like spiked into the ground, and he's holding his hips or whatever. He's pissed off. He
There's
picks
a
his
reel
gun up
of
and
it.
shit.
There's a reel of it.
That's
from
what
the-
I heard.
way,
I just haven't
what?
seen it.
I haven't seen it
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
Dude,
I haven't seen it.
Send it over,
go
bro.
Don't know anything about
Yeah,
this.
now I need to know. Because the thing is, I actually remember seeing a video, and obviously now my paintball prowess is a lot more advanced than what it was when I was a kid. But back when the penalty box was a thing, Axel played on the Russians back in the day. Like, I think it was like either 2011 World Cup or 2012 World Cup. Guy runs through the nets of the penalty box because I think the guy asked for a fucking check on a fucking Cyclops. You know what I'm saying? And they threw a major on him, right? Guy, as soon as he gets in the penalty box, dude immediately spikes his gun into the ground. And so I'm like, oh, that makes perfect sense. I've seen that before, right? I mean, we're very familiar with Axel. Remember that one time where we were in the pits, and I don't know if I think it was on Impact, if they won or lost. You know what I'm talking about, Brando.
If
I think I know where this is going.
I think so,
Dude, where he
I
got
think so.
like
was it Chicago when it was rainy?
Yeah, when he got like
Yeah.
completely naked in the pits, and we were,
Dude, so that
and
was
we were
going to
just
be my
like,
question about
what the fuck are we looking at here?
that. As we're talking about the jet incident, like that's what was playing in my mind of like, well, what the fuck? How often does he get naked? Changing
Yeah.
from his gear to his
That was just
regular
the first time
clothes
I've
in-
noticed it.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is why
I mean-
Hatch. I know why you haven't seen it.
Why? Oh, is it
Yeah.
Will Ball for Soup?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Damn it,
Okay.
dude. Well, I'm
Yeah,
still
this
blocked,
is-
bro. I'm blocked.
this is crazy. Okay.
You want me to screen record it for you?
Really?
Yes, I don't know why
Yeah.
I'm blocked. No, dude. Why are we
I'll
blocked?
screen
What did we do wrong? What did we do wrong?
Guys,
You gotta
have a
bring him on the
spy.
show
You have a
and make
spy.
make
I
him.
can look for
I
it.
don't really care, to be honest.
That's all right. I'm screen recording it. You're gonna get it. I'm gonna
Oh,
make sure
thank you,
see it.
dude. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Dang.
I'm using my fucking AT&T data to screen record because
Oh.
I'm not on the one right now.
What a guy, dude. Honestly,
All right.
see,
For the people.
this is the center 50 and FTS. I can already picture the thumbnail down. It's gonna be like when Apollo Creed and Arnold Schwarzenegger are like going like that with their arms, giving each other the fucking dap up, and it's gonna be the center 50 over someone's face, and then FTS logo
Right.
over
Apollo
someone's
Creed.
face, and then with an Elden Ring background,
Hell yeah.
and then
Hell yeah.
maybe Brando in his halfling cosplay, and then
Mhm.
I don't know, Caden looking like someone. I
Cosplay.
don't
That
know.
was just me.
I don't-
So the thing with this
Y'all
video is,
y'all
like,
need to bring him on here and see why you're blocked.
I don't know why. It's crazy, dude. All right, let me see this video.
Yeah,
Let me see this
now.
video.
the thing with the video is
Like-
like, I get it, like it is unsportsmanlike, but it's like, it's not like he threw his gun. Like, what kind of punishment are you gonna give for that? Like,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
He threw the fuck out of it. I remember on the
Yeah,
Ghost
he
Sport.
did.
I remember on the Go Sports cast, you see him walking off with like pieces of a hopper and a gun, and I'm like, damn, what happened there? Like, I just imagine he punched that bitch. But yeah, I mean, it's unsportsmanlike. You have to think about those tanks because everybody had a fucking tissy.
I guess that's valid.
When the chick at the WNXL did it at Cup, and everybody had a fucking meltdown over it. Because I think she was like 0.001 second late to the buzzer.
Dude,
and, like,
she like
slammed her
kicked it
gun.
like fucking 1-2 buckle my shoe kind of shit. Like it was like such a little
But
kick.
everybody was bent out of shape over that, but they're like, oh, well, it's okay for Axel to do it. No, I mean, you got to think about the tank. If that tank just so much as something happens with the tank, that bitch is a fucking Scud missile. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we do dive with these things. Well, y'all dive with these things. I'll probably break my fucking hip at this point if I tried. But like, you know, but there's a rhyme and a reason. You try to make sure you don't slam everything on the ground. But just to deliberately overhand slam your shit to the ground, I understand you're frustrated. I understand, you know, they're saying that the paint was the problem because it was bouncing or whatever of what I've been reading. And yeah, you're mad. That knocks you out of the tournament. But just the same thing we said about Jet. You're a pro. You can't necessarily. I can't speak from experience.
Axel's a seasoned pro.
I can't speak from experience because I've never been even remotely close to professional by any means. I've never gotten out of like D12. But
that's a dope ass rap group, bro. Glad you're there,
That's
dude.
right. Hell yeah. You have to carry yourself with some sort of professionalism. You have to kind of like, you know, I feel like take a deep breath. One deep breath and in 1 second he would like, all right, well, this is probably dumb. It's like focusing your skateboard. Did you get mad because you can't land a kickflip? You put your foot through a brand new fucking board. Like, well, now guess what? I got to go buy a fucking board. My day's done.
The thing is, but imagine
still no head.
Damn.
Because the thing is, imagine for Axel, right? I mean, I guess I'm kind of on Axel's side. I get why they penalized him, but I see his frustration. Dude, Axel came in last year, dude, inches away from winning multiple times.
Yeah.
Multiple times, right? So obviously, like, he has like, and I think Axel is going to go down in the Hall of Fame of Snake Guys, one of the greatest of all time. Like,
oh, for sure.
I think that it is easily arguable that he is in the top 5, easily, and I'm willing to debate with anybody on that for sure. So I see why he's so frustrated. You know,
I get it, and for him,
do we know the score of that game? Do we know the score of that game? How it ended?
I think that would have tied it. I think if they would have won that, I think they would have tied it.
So maybe Axel's mad. He's like, dude, I just committed a cardinal sin of paintball by being alive when the buzzer's over, bro. Fuck this. Dang it,
From
dude.
what I read, they were having paint issues. I don't know how true none of this is, so don't take my word for it. I'm just a fucking shitter on another podcast.
Amen, bro, me too.
What I feel like is maybe they've been having paint issues for maybe the whole morning, and they are vocalizing their paint issues and can't get through it, and those paint issues cause them to not move forward. That will build up a lot of emotion, and like, all right, well, this is the reason that I wasn't able to advance through my Sunday. Fuck this thing. Like, I'm not saying it wasn't right in the moment. I'm just saying maybe you need to take a breath and not throw your shit down that could possibly kill everybody in the VIP behind you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I
get it.
I didn't look at the tank that way.
Suspension or penalty for that.
I really don't know if there's
suspended for 1 game.
Yeah, I would say minuscule. I don't even think.
I guess so. Yeah, according with PJ, fucking kill someone back here. Yeah, way worse than butt cheeks. Or no, butt cheeks is way worse. Butt cheeks is way worse.
Butt cheeks killed me because I ran into a pine tree while I was driving, looking at him on my phone. You know?
Oh man,
I don't think either one of them should carry a whole lot of weight. You know what I mean? Because they're kind of like, even though the tank could kill somebody, it's a victimless crime. You know what I mean? Like, it's potentially could be a fucking like homicidal murder charge, but after everything was said and done, he just threw his gun down. Like, I get it. I think each one of them probably should have been like, all right, you sit for 1 game at the next event, and then whatever. I don't think Axel should carry any kind of suspension period. If he continues to do that, then maybe be like, hey, you need to reel yourself in, and maybe you should sit for 3 or 4 games until you can figure out how to do that. But Axel, like you said, Axel's one of the greatest Snake players of all time. He's been doing this shit for a very long time, and I get exactly you brought another perspective to me, Hatch, saying how how close they were on their finals.
I'm gonna bring another one. I'm gonna bring another perspective. What if you saw a D4 player doing it?
I mean, just like I used the example for the WNXL. She did it, and everybody was pissed.
They're still pro, dude.
But everybody was so mad that she did it. And then, like, Axel's getting a pass because he's a seasoned veteran in a way. And then the chick, I can't remember her name, from the WNXL did it. And it's like, we need to fucking ban her from the league.
I think that was because that was a fucking poppycock ass kick. Fucking 1-2, buckle my shoes. And that shit was ass. Right? Well, that one, he fucking, dude, if he's throwing over a pitcher's mound, that shit's at least hitting 88. Over the chrono. So,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying, right?
I feel like the standards should be stricter for pro. Like, if it's a D4 player, assumably it's like more like a kid or just a person that's not as experienced. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that's bad. I mean, because if a D4 player does it, that motherfucker's for sure getting suspended, getting his card pulled, probably like a gross major unsportsmanlike.
Yeah.
At least that's what I would think. Right? I mean, dude, I would get my card pulled. I would get my card pulled for fucking overshooting, and I'm just like, bro, these kids are just getting 10. I'm being easy on them.
You're right.
No, you're a piece of shit, bro.
Straight up, bro. Fucking classless piece of shit. Straight up.
Tasteless.
Straight up. But now I kind of wanted to ask a little bit about some philosophy, boys. I kind of wanted to go into it because I've been hearing some quotes that really been low key getting at me. Really been getting at me. I recently went to Texas to go coach Austinoni, right? Great group of guys. Anthony Hernandez over there, Laster Lopez, Sergio, Tanner. All those guys are so great. But I took some Polaroids, dude. And, dude, looking at them, if I'm being honest, it's going to sound so weird. I look, got like emotional with some of the photos where I was like, man, I'm going to look back at these photos like with just the power of nostalgia. Obviously, I mean, you guys talk about that all the time of like, the way you guys grew up, about how it's never going to be like that. Right. I feel like when you capture a moment, it kind of like transport you back to that exact moment. Even like, at least for me, sometimes I'm like, I can smell the air, like if say it's a photo, or a memory that reminds me of summer. I feel like I can like smell the summer wind in my hair or something like that. I don't know, but
no, fuck yeah. Daniel's laughing. I get it. I get it.
Nah, man, no, because it's funny because I was thinking about that same shit today because when I moved to El Paso, we didn't get there till about like 3:00 that fucking morning, and I had a 26-footer moving truck. And when it rains in El Paso, because like in the mountains and shit, it has a distinct smell because like all the wet rocks and shit,
like bean burrito.
Yeah, all the Whataburger and shit. That's PJ's favorite place to eat. Whataburger.
Hey, Whataburger ain't bad. Whataburger ain't bad.
We had this discussion last time we were on here.
All right, well, I understand where Hatch is coming from because I wholeheartedly agree with it because I'll see a picture and I'll immediately like if it's like me holding like a certain dish, I'll get that same taste in my mouth. If it's like I'm eating like some fucking spicy shrimp or something, I get that spicy tangy.
It's like Ratatouille,
in my mouth.
Where the guy like shrinks back into the doorway, and it's like, dude, it's like his mama's home cooked meal.
Yeah.
Did you hear the theory about that Ratatouille or not Ratatouille, Remy grew up in that house? That's the same house in the movie.
That would be pretty crazy. That would make sense because it was like an old lady's house, right? That he escapes or whatever. Mm-hmm. Damn, that would be fucking great.
That's the theory about it.
That same rat, house. Dude. What is, Caden? Google the average lifespan of a fucking rat. I need to know this shit because that guy is fucking old as shit in that. That is crazy. But anyway, so like, because the thing is, I heard this quote.
2 years.
That conspiracy is definitely not real. A conspiracy.
Hey, no, but he read the cookbooks over there. You know, he was in the house. He was
That's
moving.
valid. That's okay. I
I
Counterpoint.
like how he
Counterpoint.
he killed that shit
I
immediately.
like that. No, she
Years.
just I thought I
Mercury.
killed it. Yeah, I thought I
Oh
killed
my
it, but then
God.
Caden's like, he could be reading cookbooks. I'm not in the fucking movie. I don't read what's on the walls. I don't read what's on the shelves. How am I supposed to know, right? So, dude, now
Oh, man.
I guess Caden wins. But anyway,
Hell yeah,
This
Caden.
this quote that I
Yeah,
this
baby.
quote that I heard where it was like, you never understand the value of a moment until it becomes a memory, right? And I was like,
That's deep.
Like
you
that.
know, when I was a young kid, obviously my mom and my grandma were like the photo takers, right? They loved taking photos. And now, and I was like, oh no, hell no. I was a kid, did not want to be, photos taken of me. But now that I'm older, dude, I don't know what it is. I love taking photos now. I love capturing the moment because it's like when I do get to look at my scrapbook of Polaroids, I get to kind of see and transport myself back to that exact time. I remember I just took a picture with some of the kids on Oni where it was me. It was like me, Squiddy, and this kid named Talon, right? Two absolute prodigies. I genuinely think they're gonna go far in paintball. But I was looking at it and I was like, man, there's gonna be a day where I like look at this and be like, man, remember when they were kids, right? They're gonna be young men soon, eventually old men, and just the way that you can kind of capture a moment just kind of has like this weird feeling like that. How are you guys with photos? Do you guys like taking photos, or you just kind of like live in the moment?
Just to kind of circle that back to paintball, look at how Mike Hinman talks about Tyler Harmon and Mouse and Marcelo and all that. How he always talks about how, like, I remember when you boys were just boys.
Yeah.
Now you're grown ass fucking men. You know, I enjoy taking pictures. It's way different when you have children. Daniel and I both have young children close to the same age, and you know, Daniel and I, we talk a lot about it on our podcast about nostalgia and things of that nature. And the world we grew up in is gone. It's fucking movie gallery and Blockbuster. That shit. You're not going to the fucking store and renting a Nintendo 64 game for 48 hours and taking it back. That shit's done and over with. But physical media is basically done and over with. But um, I look back on my childhood and I was grateful for everything that our parents were able to provide. Like, we never went without. Like, we didn't have a whole lot of extra, but we never went without. And you know, my parents took a good amount of pictures as the years progressed, especially after 1992 when I was born. The pictures stopped. The family videos stopped. They had all kind of shit of Daniel, but when I was born, it was like, no, fuck him, we're done. But I try to capture moments with my children a lot. My wife does a really good job of it because
Hell yeah.
it goes so fast. It goes really fast when you have kids. And I now have a 5-year-old getting ready to turn 6. My baby just turned 1 back in March, and it feels like last week I could fit the little fucker in the palm of my hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now he's one. Now he's one with an attitude. So
Damn.
I'm real big. I'm real big on trying to capture those moments. And just to add to my little tangent before I turn it over, another thing that really puts it into perspective for you is friends who are no longer here. I have a
100%.
really good friend. I have a good friend of mine that got killed 6 or 7 years ago now. It's hard to even think it's been that long, but not a single picture together with him. Not a single one. And
That hits.
I have a still from a 3-second Snapchat video that I've screenshotted of he and I, and that is the only picture. I have pictures of him from my wedding, like in the background. I have pictures of him from like parties leading up to my wedding, like we did like a stock the bar where people bring like a case of beer or whatever for us to bring to the wedding. Um, but not a single picture of he and I just like buddied up. And I realized that after he passed away, I started kind of looking through pictures. I'm like, damn, I got all these, really good group of guys that I love like fucking brothers, and I don't have a single fucking picture with any of them.
Yeah.
So that you really think about shit like that, like when, within life and death, children, friends, and family leaving. It's just the power is in the picture.
Absolutely. One thing that I do want to add on to that at least we're blessed with, like, Brando, you're not in it because fuck you. I
Yeah,
mean,
bitch.
the four of us, like, right?
Oh.
Caden, myself, PJ, and Daniel. I have a Polaroid of all of us together. You know, sitting in front of the fucking new Phillips head screwdriver bunker, and you know, I remember I remember you told me, "Hey, Ash, what do you think about the new bunkers?" I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't even realize that. Let's go over there and check it out." I was like, "What the fuck is this thing, bro?" Right? And I just remember all the memories of that, just like that moment of having that picture where I was like, you know what, let's take a photo, right? And I remember putting all our shit down and having somebody. I think it was Cedar that took the photo, and you know, it's just cool because, you know, you never really realize like how short life is, how valuable it is. I mean, maybe for me, it's kind of like the weirdness with like, okay, this is a crazy conspiracy about myself. Put your tinfoil hats on, people. Maybe
I'm ready.
Because my grandma has dementia. I'm always like, I want to make sure that if that does happen to me, I want to, like, this is gonna sound so stupid, but I want to like beat it. You know, I want to have enough memories to where, you know, I'm fucking. It's like when you're going into the boss fight, fucking stacked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'll be able to maybe hopefully like regain my memory if it ever did happen, right? If I ever lost my memory, I would want.
You're trying to be like that fucking Notebook
51st
movie.
Day.
You know what I'm
51st
saying?
dates.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh, you crazy bitch.
Right? So it's just all like so interesting, the things you can capture on like in a photo, right? Like I have a Polaroid of one of my teammates and his wife who passed relatively recently. And dude, like I genuinely cherish that Polaroid. I'm like, holy shit, like, you know, captured a legendary moment in time, at least in my mind, right? Or
sometimes a picture is all you have left, man. That's the reality of it,
right? And it's just such an insane thing to think about. Where, I mean, tons of people do not take pictures, right? Where, you know, I mean, I guess unless the internet dies, right? Maybe these photos are fucking useless, right? If the internet dies, but for the most part, right? If the age of technology continues to keep what it's going, we're gonna kind of have these pictures like forever, right? In the internet database of whatever we upload, you know.
In the cloud.
Yeah, in the cloud, right? Whatever the fuck that means, bro. Where is the cloud? Like, who has the cloud? Right?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Bro, you are fucking high key so right about that, dude. You know, so fucking right about that. I mean, dude, that shit's fucking crazy, bro. You guys hear about that email where he was taught I forgot who he was emailing, but he was like, "Oh, I just talked to a reporter and she told me she was working on a case where a man traffics children to an island for sex." And in the email, he replies, he goes, "You should have seen the look on her face when I told her I was him."
Wow.
Jesus.
It says that in an email. It says that in an email. So it's just like, that is just fucking insane, right? So it's like
the one I keyed up on the most was that they were talking about how Biden had been like unalived or whatever, and how
dude.
it was like stand in.
I could for sure see that. I see like side by side profiles, and the motherfucker, they're like, if you look at his earlobes aren't connected, and I'm like, oh shit, that's a real thing.
What about when 7-foot tall Biden walked out after he was sick? You remember that?
He was sick with growth serum, bro. You know, he just got done with the surgery where you extend your shins a couple inches. You know, Brando, I know you've been looking into that.
Brando,
that's a real thing. Absolutely, yep.
Yeah.
You know,
all the rods sticking out. Mm-hmm.
But let me ask you guys this. Because I don't want to derail you, but we're on the subject now. I also have something I need to ask you after this. But
hell yeah, I'm in. Don't forget.
With this whole Epstein stuff, I have not been able to watch the Smiley Joe. I have not been able to watch the Smiley Joe episode yet. So I'm sorry if this is like a repeat.
No, you're good.
Do we really think these people are that fucking dense that they wouldn't be caught or whatever, and they're just emailing all this dirty laundry back and forth to each other? You know, or do you think these emails are real, or do you think this is just shit people are coming up with?
Dude, it is so. That is a great question.
I find it hard to believe where somebody was like, "Hey, I really enjoyed fucking redacted. I'm not going to say it because they will nuke your fucking YouTube channel. But yes, please send another one.
Yeah, it's basically like talking into a wire, right? Like, are you fucking retarded, right? But maybe it's also like they legitimately thought that their encryptions were going to be so strong and their firewalls going to be so strong and their passwords are going to be so strong to where I mean, like, who is the boss of the internet that would have access to any, like, okay, does Gmail, like, you know, does Google have access to where if the United States government was like, hey, we need access in here, no questions asked? Is that what is Google like? That's actually against our policies and procedures. Like, we're protecting it. We're protecting everybody. Like, but they're like, no, bro, it's Jeffrey fucking Epstein. You know, right?
Here,
right? And I mean, shit. You guys fucking heard about how is you got to hear about his Fortnite account?
yeah.
Dude, you haven't heard about this, Brando?
I don't think
I have not.
so.
Okay, so his Fortnite account has been like active and buying V-Bucks actively. Same email that's attached to it, but it's coming out of like somewhere in Israel, and it's like
It's Palm Beach Pete, dude. I'm telling you.
I said the same thing of a Smiley Joe. We're like, dude, Palm Beach Pete. You know, that guy just looks like Epstein that may or may not have just gotten a little bit of plastic surgery.
Yeah.
You know, like doctors are amazing, bro. Have you seen what Kylie Jenner would have looked like? Like, Kylie Jenner would be a whole different person if it was not for like cosmetic surgery. I mean, I assume all of the Kardashians would be like deflated balloons if it wasn't for cosmetic surgery, but you know,
or probably balloons.
yeah, literally, right? You know, you got to pick either
man.
deflated or like, you know, the full pop out balloon, you know, like Dolly Parton.
But like, am I out of pocket for questioning that, like the authenticity of these emails?
No, not at all. I think that in the age of AI, where you can literally create anything, it truly is scary. Like, if you were to type in Chat GPT, hey, I want the Gmail platform looking like I'm getting a message from this email saying that this. And then, let me just run some black marker over it. Like, I don't know if I trust any of it, to be honest.
On that topic, what do you guys think is the next big thing that's going to get taken over by AI?
Presidential elections.
That's true. Dude, well, it's dude. AI is, there's so
Y'all
much
are
stuff.
laughing.
No,
It's like,
I think that AI can possibly, like, I mean, obviously, like, I would like to think that AI is going to make a utopian society where nobody really has, like, truck drivers, they never have to worry about that shit because and people who harvest crops, they never have to worry about that, right? Like, I mean, how sick would it be if
He's about to
everything
be out of a job.
Sounds like a Black Mirror.
No, but the thing is, right? Imagine nobody even has to worry about like their financials anymore, right? Everybody has an AI accountant that just puts all your shit away for you, right? They're literally making robots for your house to be able to fold your laundry, right? Because life is getting so fucking busy for people. They can't even fold their own laundry. They're like, oh, get a fucking robot helper. They'll fold your laundry and fuck your wife or something, you know? Right?
There's a Megan Fox movie about that.
There is a Megan Fox movie about that. I've never seen that movie.
And I would have smashed too.
Dude, can't blame the guy.
You know, I've never seen that movie, but
give me some of that robusty.
What is the name of that movie so I can stay away from it, honestly? I need to know the name of that movie so I can stay clear from that movie.
So far away from it.
Yeah, dude, like for science, I need to know what it is just to stay away from it. You know?
You will beat it like it owes you money.
You know, right? But
subservience.
I think that sounds right. Yeah.
Not servience. Subservient.
Right.
Yeah.
But okay, I guess another like thing on the philosophy, right, is it's from a Disney movie, Pirates of the Caribbean, where it's like, not all treasure is silver and gold, mate. Captain Jack Sparrow said that shit.
Hell yeah.
And that's kind of the way how I look at it when it comes to like these memories and stuff like that. Like, I don't need to be the wealthiest guy in the entire world. I assume that you guys are kind of the same way, right? As long as you guys have your family and you guys are okay, you guys aren't struggling, you guys are relatively like happy, right?
Yeah.
You know, I don't need like a fucking Lamborghini to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Right?
It'd be fucking nice though.
You know,
it would be nice.
You know, I would cry in a Lamborghini for sure. Right?
I want the money that it took to get the Lamborghini.
Valid.
Yeah.
Valid.
Amen.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of reminds me, Brando, that one question that you asked. Remember that one question you asked? Who we asked it to?
I think we asked it to a couple people, but you know, it was just why are you happy?
That's a great question for good old fashioned PJ and Daniel, dude. Why are you guys
So,
happy?
Daniel's never happy.
I'm happy. I'm never happy. My nickname used to be Salt.
No
For being
way.
salty and shit. But no, I'm genuinely happy. Before the military, like in 2011, I hit rock bottom, and PJ actually helped me get out of rock bottom. Like I went
I
to
did.
Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah, so I went to Charleston, South Carolina. Took a different approach to the logging industry, where this dude that's been in construction work all his life decided to buy logging equipment to basically log all the trees that he was clearing out land for apartment complexes and stuff like that. Um, and then I decided to move down there with some stupid ass bitch that I never should have been with. And
You heard it
she
here
put me
first.
through the fucking yeah, she put me through the fucking ringer, man. She lied to me the entire fucking relationship. She cleaned the apartment out one day when I came home. I didn't have any fucking thing in there. And all I
That's
had
crazy.
was like my paintball gear, my guitars, my dog, and all this other shit. And I had it was like a 2001 Tahoe. And I called PJ. I was like, hey, man, I need to get the fuck out of here. I just lost my job. I can't find any other fucking job to keep this apartment, yada, yada, yada. I was like, I need you to come help me pack up all my shit and move me back to mom and dad's. And I shit you not, I went and picked him up, and we packed that fucking Tahoe so fucking tight that PJ was holding shit like this in his lap in the passenger seat. And we're on I-95 going across this big ass lake, Lake Santee, and the storm clouds were fucking blacker than the ace of spades, and it was like the most hectic fucking regular thunderstorm was just coming. The Tahoe's doing like this on the fucking interstate. But after that, I kind of got my life together, and that's when I tried to do the transport police and all this other shit. And I was just like thinking to myself, man, there's really no fucking end to this shit. So I joined the military, put myself through fucking hell, and I think every 2 weeks my paycheck was like $400 as a brand new private back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like we really didn't get paid shit. My credit was ass
You
because
guys
I
are
had to
getting
let the
paid?
apartment go. Yeah. Well, my credit was ass because I had to let the apartment go. And then there was one time that I had to let a fucking car get repossessed, and it was just like no matter what I tried, man, it was like severely depressing. And then as soon as stuff starts seeming like it's getting better. My previous marriage wasn't too fucking hot, and when I was in Afghanistan, my wife at the time passed away due to alcohol.
Oh no.
So that that was fucking rough. And then after that incident, that's where I met my current wife and started building my life from there. And I've had to look at it like reset after reset after reset. And then the way things unfolded, I was able to play more paintball. And then that's when I started playing NXLs with veteran militia. That's when I started, trying to hone in my game. And I found out the more that I play paintball, the more happy I am. And because it's always been my thing since 2005, like for playing speedball. Like I've been into paintball for probably, Jesus Christ, easily over 25 years. I've been involved with paintball.
Wow.
But it's starting to like look like I got all my big ass moving boxes. Like I have my man cave's not set up, and with my man cave, I always have my paintball memorabilia up. Like I have my veteran militia jersey that I won my first national event with in 2019. I have that shadow box. I have my homeboy's jersey where he was at his peak. He played for NC Hammer back when PSP was a thing, and D2 PSP like was no joke back then. It was like a secondary job essentially. You know what I mean? That shit was brutal. So I was able to do like a jersey swap with him. Gave him one of my U.S. Army All-Star jerseys for his NC Hammer jersey, and that's became one of my prized possessions. And I've come to notice that I haven't been playing paintball like hardly at all. The last time I played paintball was maybe almost a month ago now down in GTF, Florida, before I left Savannah. And after playing paintball and actually having like a really good day, um, I noticed, was like, damn, like I have to play paintball to be happy. Like just having the podcast and being involved with the sport and the community is like not enough for me. Like I have to be playing. I don't care if it's just playing on the weekends or, if it's just playing every other weekend or maybe play like a local 3-man or something like that. But like I'm not gonna lie, man, like I miss the competitiveness of the NXL. Like that is like one of the most competitive leagues I've ever played in. NVPS was rough for like a regional tournament. That was probably like the most competitive regional tournament series I've ever played. Um, USXBL when I played in Texas sucked ass for me because it was, if you weren't a Texas team, you got fucking bad calls, treated like shit, yada yada yada. But like having my family healthy, me getting back into shape, and then me having a chance to basically play paintball again here in Virginia because there's a pretty good decent amount of fields around here that I could go play at.
Hell yeah.
I could go hang out with Chris Linden from Ironman. He's up here. I remember like how Mike Hemman would say about Marcelo and all them. I remember when you were just a boy. I remember when fucking Chris Linden was renting a Tentman 98 playing at Adventure Beach Paintball, playing like scenarios and stuff like that. Now he's, playing for the fucking LA Ironman.
Shout out to the Lindens one time.
I know, man. What a great family.
They're a good supportive family.
I've always liked their family.
Hell yeah.
Just recently on the Planet Paintball podcast, if you want to hear them talk about some of their war story.
Oh, hell yeah. Go check that shit out.
I need to go check that out. But I don't need riches in regards of financial riches to be what I consider happy, because like what me and PJ have been talking about on our show and what he recently just said on yours, we never went without, but we didn't have extra. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like our parents made us really appreciate what we had growing up, because if we fucked up our Nintendo 64 that we had back in the day,
you get another one.
Nope, that's it. If you don't take care of it, why would we give you another one?
Yeah.
I have a decent guitar collection. I drive a nice fucking truck. I just got my wife a nice ass Tahoe. We have a downgraded house from what I'm used to, but like that house was by far the nicest thing I ever owned down in Savannah. But that's neither here or there. Like I get to do stuff like this. I get to talk with you guys. Like I really love your guys' podcast. I love like the direction that it goes. I love how it's not strictly paintball Q&A. It's actual like genuine conversation like what we have. And if it derails, who fucking cares? Like I enjoy that shit. Yeah. So like I was listening to some of y'all's episodes on the way up here because it was just me and my dog Oakley in the moving truck. So I was like, you know what? This radio fucking sucks. I can't pick up anything. I'm gonna listen to some podcasts. So I was listening to some episodes of y'all's up here, and it made me realize, man, like I don't need like a shit ton of money. Like, by God, yes, it would be nice. You know what I mean?
It would make things a lot easier to where I never have to go grocery shopping. I can get a robot to do it for me.
Yeah, or pay somebody else. I'd make PJ go fucking buy my damn toilet paper if I was that rich. But
yeah, wipe my ass too, pal.
Yeah, brotherly love right there.
PJ be like, I'll stay broke. I will stay fucking broke.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, that's funny.
But like, I get to do a podcast with my little brother, man. Like me and PJ kind of grew apart when he kind of left paintball for like fucking trucks, because I wasn't interested in that shit at all, man. As long as my fucking car would give me the A to B, that's all I cared about.
Mm-hmm.
But PJ was into like customizing fucking trucks and stuff like that. It just wasn't my thing. And like PJ really didn't get out of paintball like on purpose. Like I don't want to go into that, but like something happened to where he didn't well something happened to where PJ didn't have a marker that was worthy enough of playing speedball, so to speak. He couldn't go to Walmart and get a fucking view loader Orion or some shit, whatever the fuck.
I saw Matt the Gym Rat's new video, dude. Hell yeah, you can.
I saw that. But
quick Cliff Note story on that. I'm not getting the whole thing.
Okay.
I had the smoothest shooting DM6 this side of the Mississippi. All right.
Hell
this
yeah.
side of Mississippi, the best DM6 the good Lord ever put his hands on.
I can't vouch for that.
Yes, it was the best. It was the best shooting marker at the field. Period. I decided, we had a friend of ours that was selling a Light Trooper Nexus Ego, an 06 Ego, and I've always been a fan of those. And this is back in the time where all this shit was brand new. And I was like 14 or 15, no job, in high school, middle school, whatever. And I sold the marker, I sold the DM6 to buy the Ego. Somebody really near and dear to me needed the money for help, and I
Wasn't
loaned them
me.
this money. And it was not Daniel. I loaned them this money under the pretense that I would get this money back very quickly. Here it is, almost 20 years later. 20 years later, I still have yet to see this money. So when I sold the DM6 to replace it with the Ego, I didn't get the money. I couldn't buy the Ego. I didn't have the money to go buy anything that was competitive because the price I was going to pay for the Ego was the same price as a brand new Ion that I had gotten rid of to buy the DM6. So it wasn't feasible for me to go out and buy another competitive marker. My parents trying to fund two kids 5 years apart in competitive paintball was very tough. So I just went another direction, and a couple years later, I got my first vehicle. Our dad has always been one to kind of fix up his Peterbilts and shit, and I kind of always took interest in that. So I wanted to fix my pickup up, that just kind of took off in its own thing, and I kind of left paintball behind in a way, and it was just once I started making money and working, I didn't have much interest in it because that's when all the really thick padded jerseys, and this was like 2011, 2012, and the game just wasn't anything that I was interested in at the time.
Damn. Did PJ just admit that Daniel was the favorite child?
Yes. Yeah. I admitted that like 30 minutes ago talking about the home videos when they all stopped in 92.
Yeah. It was like
Man, you could go. Oh man, let me tell you this real quick. You can go into our parents' house right now, and you can see the same fucking basic training photo where I'm in my dress blues and I have my infantry blue cord because like all the grunts would have a specific like braided cord that would designate you as an infantryman, and I had my little beret on, and I'm standing there trying to be all tough and everything with the American flag behind me. That same fucking picture is posted up like 4 times in the living room of our house. There's not one picture of PJ in that fucking room.
No, fuck, that's
Jesus.
rough,
Yeah,
bro.
right. God
I
damn.
have come to terms with. Let me tell you guys a quick story about this. I hope you guys have time because we're going to be on here for a while.
Dude,
tonight,
we're good.
Okay?
Hell yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story. Daniel's gonna laugh his ass off because he knows exactly where I'm going. So, my grandma, God rest her soul, she lived to be 98 years old, and she thought that Daniel would walk on water. Little did she know Daniel was a fucking dookie piece of shit. But anyways, so
See how I get treated, man?
fuck that motherfucker. So I called this damn woman one day for her birthday. She was probably like late 80s at this point. And since Daniel was in the military, Daniel was the greatest thing since sliced bread. And so I called her and I was like, "Hey, Grandma, happy birthday." She's like, "Oh, thank you." I'm like, "You don't even know who this is, do you?" She goes, "No, not really." I said, "It's your favorite grandson." She said, "Oh, hey, Daniel."
No.
I was like, "I will fucking drive over there right now, God damn it."
Fuck. Bro.
In reality, I was like,
man.
"No, Grandma, it's PJ."
Fuck,
She was
dude.
like, "Oh, I knew that. I was just playing." I'm like, "Nah, don't fucking backpedal now,
She's
woman.
for
all
sure
right?"
backpedaling.
Yeah, you fucking asshole.
As soon as you're like, oh,
God
your
rest her soul.
favorite.
Love my grandma.
I say the
Yeah,
same thing to my
Daniel's
grandma
definitely
now.
favorite.
I go, oh, it's my favorite grandma, and she has dementia, but she knows that she's my only grandma still. It's that she hits me with that every time. She's like, I'm your only
Hell
grandma.
yeah.
I'm like, of course, that's why
Hell
you're my
yeah.
favorite. You know,
Damn right.
right? You gotta play that. You gotta play that card. You know, but
Well, I can't no more.
right? It's it's so crazy. This all grounded back to like when we were just talking about like photos of people, right? And Daniel, I think it's very interesting where you're like, dude, a friend's jersey is one of your most prized possessions, dude. I'm the same way, dude. I got a Brandon Brando Bear jersey. I have a Jerry Caro jersey, and then this is Brando's dad's jersey. I'm like
That's awesome.
I'm like the unwanted son that just showed up 20 years later for Brando and Brando's family. You know, I just showed up, spawned in 28 years later. Fun fact, just watched that movie on the plane. Just watched that movie. Maybe we should talk about that shit. Have you guys seen that?
No, I haven't.
No.
Bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We definitely need to fucking watch that shit and talk about it, dude.
Have a big ass watch party.
Because maybe, dude, I don't know if it's just me now that I'm older, but I will like put myself in these people's like shoes, and I'll be like, man, you know, whatever they're doing on screen, would I be able to do that? You know, would I be able to kick Thanos' ass? Probably not. But if I had superpowers, maybe.
Hell yeah.
Right? But in this movie, 28 years later, whenever you guys do watch it, I want you guys to legitimately put yourself in these people's shoes, like, and be like, you're seeing this in front of you. How would you react? Right? Because,
Dude, I used to think about that shit with like The Walking Dead.
bro,
You know, I'm like, damn, would I try to brave the storm, or would I just
yeah, that is a
Before I-
legitimate, viable question that probably everybody that
Yeah.
is in the zombie apocalypse for like longer than 6 weeks, longer than
yeah.
a week, you're like, dude, like,
If you don't see any end to it, like why do I keep on going? You know,
right? And the thing that's about The Walking Dead is like, I feel like, especially after season 1 or season 2, it's like, dude, you're not worried about the zombies, bro. You're worried about the
Yeah.
people.
Now
The
you
people,
now worry about the people.
the people are truly The Walking Dead, right? Because they're like, oh man, you have to judge morality on if you're more moral than this random fucking person, you know?
Right.
And obviously they've come across so many people where it's like, hey, these guys are fucking cannibals. Hey, these guys are nice farm folk. Hey, these guys are prisoners that are murderers and rapists in here. You know, high
Fuck the
security
governor,
prison.
by the way.
Fuck the governor, straight up, bro.
That
Fuck
piece
the
of
governor.
shit.
That guy is a piece
Daniel's
of
so
shit, bro.
lost. Daniel doesn't watch like pop culture TV.
You know that's okay, bro.
Dude,
That was a
The
big
Walking
deal in
Dead
2013.
got so boring to me. I never watched. I watched like maybe 4 or 5 episodes. I was like, this is so fucking boring.
I
No,
like first 3 seasons, and then I'm kind of like, eh.
I am, I guess, the
Really?
same way, to be honest. I am the same
Yeah.
way. It just got so
Y'all
kind of
keep this up.
overplayed.
I'm gonna go piss.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Piss chat,
Yeah.
piss chat. But, you know, if you got, Daniel, you a scary movie guy at all? Like PJ?
Yeah, not as much as PJ, not as much, but yeah, like we grew up watching horror. That was our mom would fucking terrorize us with like fucking Hellraiser, Nightmare on Elm
God.
Street, like the originals and
Okay.
shit. So
Hell yeah. I just watched this one movie. It was like 1 a.m. when I was in Texas, and I'm watching it with Two-Tone and Anthony. Fuck, dude, what was that movie called? Weapons. You guys hear about that one?
Oh.
It's a relatively recent
Yeah.
one.
I wanna watch it. I still haven't watched it yet.
Dude.
I've heard it was good.
You mind if I talk about it a little bit?
A little bit. No
Yeah.
spoilers. No
I'm not going to
spoilers.
spoil it, right? But so basically,
I only want you to spoil it.
okay, thank you, Brando. All right, you're outvoted, Caden. You're getting spoilers, buddy. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But the whole premise of it is in the very beginning, something happens where it's like this teacher that walks in to the classroom with all their kids in there, right, doing a normal day of school. The next day, she comes in. It is just one single student, and that is it, right? Just one student, and she's like, "Where the fuck is everybody at?" You ever seen the movie Weapons, PJ? That's kind of what we're talking about.
No, I want to watch Weapons and Sinners simultaneously.
I want to see Sinners definitely very bad, right? But I'm just kind of talking about Weapons. I'm not giving out any spoilers, but I did just watch it, right, with the boys over at Ernie.
I've heard it's highly regarded. People seem to really enjoy it.
It was very, very interesting, right? I don't want to I'm not going to spoil anything, but so basically, all these kids are missing, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then, so all these parents are like going to the school, and they're like, "Yo, what is going on? Where's my kid at?" Right? They have no idea what happened. So then they check all of their Ring doorbells, and every single one at the same exact time, they are all the kids are just running out of the front door. Every kid of the entire class, just running out the front door, sprinting into the darkness. And the entire movie, we're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, because obviously now the police are investigating the teacher. They're investigating the one kid that's left. They're investigating the principal. They're investigating everybody. And they're just like, where are these kids at? Right? So the whole story is just trying to find where these children are at. And there's just a lot of weird stuff that's going on. Let me tell you, dude, there were some scenes where I was like, witnessing that. If I were to try to witness that in my real life, I don't care I'm pulling it out, and they're catching all 15. I do not care. I do not care. Right? Like,
Oh
The women
man.
and the children.
bro, certain situations, absolutely. Right? And there are just some scary movies where, like, when you put yourself in their shoes, it truly is terrifying. Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I know you guys are definitely, experts
Which
on
one?
that, PJ.
Which one?
Yes.
Which one?
I don't even know I don't even know how many there are. But
The 2003 remake.
okay, I do
Is the
remember that one.
Scariest fucking one. I mean, like the original one is highly regarded because it's not technically a slasher, it's technically a grindhouse film, blah blah blah. But the 2003 remake brings like the really dark and horror movie elements into it.
Way more like
more
guts,
slashery.
blood and guts and gore.
Yes, a lot because there's not a lot of that in the original. Even though like that's kind of like a Mandela effect thing. Everybody's like, "Oh, the original Texas Chainsaw is just so gory," and it's really not at all.
For sure.
If you go back and watch it. But the 2003, like when you were talking about putting yourself in like a horror movie position, that's the first thing I thought of.
Oh, that one
And I'm
freaks
like,
me out,
dude,
bro.
fucking holy shit! I mean, that's the one where the opening scene where the chick pulls a revolver out and blows her back of her neck out in the van.
That
And
one
I'm
is
like,
fucking
imagine,
crazy. And it's
I'm
like
imagining seeing that.
the
shit.
cinematography where it's like I'm pretty sure that's the one where she's like it like zooms out of the hole in the back of her fucking head.
Yes,
Dude, the
Yeah.
cinematography behind that,
It's
like,
crazy.
bro, so insane.
One of my favorite horror movies of all time.
That
one of the
check
worst
Texas
ones
Chainsaw.
to possibly live in is Saw.
That
That's
one
arguably
freaks
one of
me
the
out
worst.
because it's like if you do a random bad deed, if a random person does a bad deed, you're fucked. You're getting put in this warrior gauntlet where you're just watching people that be tortured.
All right, let me ask you guys this then on the universe of Saw. The one trap where he puts the I think he's got like shotgun shells around his neck. I can't remember, but the
Okay.
key to it is behind his eyeball.
Fuck, dude, that one is crazy.
You'd be able? Would you be able to pry out your own eyeball?
Fuck, dude,
to get the
probably
key?
not realistically.
No.
I don't think I could.
That is
No.
insane. That is insane.
I'd be Kurt Cobain.
That one
I
actually
hate
like
touching my
freaks me
fucking
out.
eyes.
Okay, you know what Saw Trap actually like kind of freaked me out a little bit. I don't know which movie it was, but these people are kind of trapped obviously in the Saw Trap, but there's a key, and it's in this pit of needles.
That's Saw
Yeah.
too.
That one,
Saw
that
too,
one
yeah.
fucked me up, dude. Cause I don't really like needles,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
dude, and then the fact that she gets pushed in. Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
dude. Like, are those even clean
mine's
needles?
The ratchet.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
oh, dude, that, like,
Oh yeah. Mm.
those movies are just so fucking crazy because it's like, I mean,
I can't watch
I-
those movies.
real
I
conspiracy.
love the first one.
That-
I love the first one. The first one has some of the best score music wise. It has one of the most recognizable scores. Like when it like at the end when it plays the Hello Zep score, the dun 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 dun. You play that for anybody, they're like, oh yeah, that's Saw. That's as recognizable as like the Halloween theme song. But I love the first one. The second one is okay. Third one is okay. Once you start getting away from the third one, it's kind of more torture porn all the
100%.
way. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't care for that. Like the Hostel series and I don't really care for none of that. Terrifier, I don't really care for it because it's just the
That
whole
one was
purpose
straight up
of the
torture porn.
movie. Yeah, the whole purpose of the movie is like the first Terrifier was great, but it's just like I'm not really into that. There's no kind of character. There's not a whole lot of character development. There's not a whole lot of story. It's just like the movie solely exists to just fuck people up in the worst imaginable way possible. And I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I might watch it once, but there's no rewatchability to that. Kind of like, like the first Saw. Even though I know the twist, and I mean, fuck, it's been 75 years. If you need a spoiler warning for this, go fuck your mom. But it has one of the greatest twist endings of
Yeah.
any fucking horror movie. Period.
Mhm.
Who would have ever thought? Has anybody here not seen Saw 1?
I probably have.
I saw it bootleg
Jesus.
style. I remember seeing that, watching that, sitting down with my family in the living room, and like as even me, what year did it come out in? 02, 03 maybe?
Like
Maybe 04?
01.
Oh well,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was
Pre
I was
or
like
post
6,
9/11?
6 years old. Like
Yeah, I'm about to look it up because I'm
never
curious.
Yeah, pre or post
Um,
9/11? That's the
yeah, I
real
was like
question.
6, 7, 8 years old and watching
Oh
this.
no,
And
you were right. 04.
All right, 04. So I was 9. I
I
was
was in
like,
second
damn,
grade,
this
I
is
think, in
fucking
04.
good. Yes, I agree with you. Great twist.
The
Good story. Like
one
able to
one
follow
of the one of the greatest twist endings of all time. Who the fuck would have ever saw that coming? That's the type of shit I like to watch. I don't give a shit that some dude, Saw 2 has one of the dumbest fucking kills ever, where the chick just like shoves her hands up in the
Yeah.
box,
Oh,
and
the
it's got like
blades.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
I'm reaching up, I'm holding it open, and then putting my hand
yes,
through. Bro,
yeah.
let me just put
Yeah.
both of them up there. What are you
I
doing,
want to
dude?
say,
just set
like
women
if you
back
go
by
back
years.
and rewatch it, there's like a piece of the top that's open, or some shit like that. If you go back and rewatch, I don't know if that
God.
was like a production design fuck up or like they were just bitches just that stupid. But she was like, oh no, I'm stuck. What are you doing, step brother?
That's fucking funny.
I can talk horror movies all night. We can
Yeah,
we
so
can get off of this.
no, you're good. Well, one quick question that I just want to ask everybody in general. I might have asked you guys this last time, but what is the movie that like really fucked you up? It doesn't even have to be like a scary
The
movie.
Conjuring, the first one.
That is a banger movie. The first one, like that set the tone.
First one, yeah. So for me, like I've never, the movies never really like scared me growing up. Like I wasn't scared of falling asleep after watching Nightmare on Elm Street when I was growing up. But after watching The Conjuring and being a fucking grown ass man in the military, I would fucking turn the lights off and fucking run to the fucking room and shut my door, get under the blankets and shit. That shit fucked with me so goddamn bad, man.
Which part particularly? Do you remember the one part that like really got you?
The first part that really fucked me up was the fucking. I'm starting to get chills thinking about this. Was the fucking feet? The feet just swinging in the back out.
Oh yeah, for the tree.
And then. Yeah, well, and then the second part that really fucking scared me was when Lorraine was doing the fucking laundry and the wind took the sheet.
Oh, and it's standing there.
Silhouette.
Oh.
And then it went boop up against the fucking wall, and the person or the spirit was in the fucking window and it walked that way. Oh.
Dude,
I'm getting chills.
I thought about the part where she's in the basement and like lighting the match, and it's like she's like complete darkness. She's locked in there. She's hearing all these fucking sounds. Light bulbs are exploding, and she's just like the only light she has is from a match, and she has her back to a wall, to a door, a closed door.
Goosebumps, man.
Right, and then she's like just like listening, and it's just like dead ass quiet. Then just like out of the darkness, 2 hands reach out, and then dude, bro. That shit freaked me out. I remember seeing that. I remember seeing
the throw up scene got me.
Oh yeah, dude. Like that in great Exorcist fashion, you know. Possession movies. Those movies really do freak me out. You know.
Ooh.
All right, PJ, your turn.
I think
You said something.
Oh God.
I have a sign still from Linda Blair somewhere back here.
No way.
Chick to play.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I had a present for PJ that I didn't get to give to him. Hold on a second.
Oh yeah. This right here, you can't really see it. This is my little horror corner. Like this is a Michael Myers right here.
Yeah, I can see it. That's sick.
Yeah, let's see. It's all fucked up back here. I got Freddy's glove, Michael Myers, bunch of Jason NECA
Freddy's
figures.
glove?
That is sick.
You able to put that on?
Yeah. Well, I can't.
Oh shit.
I remember the very first time I had Brando in this room. He's he's like, what is this? And I opened up a box and I have like to scale like sharp Wolverine claws.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, those Wolverine claws. It's fucking heavy too.
Yeah, like those are like legitimate. Those will actually stab you and kill you. Like they are incredibly sharp, like Wolverine claws, right? But all right, PJ, your turn, brother. What is the scariest movie you ever seen? And like, what was the most like? What is the movie that fucked you up the most?
All right. Well, we talked about it a little bit.
We're going around everybody with this one. We're going around with everybody.
Yeah, because I want to know too. Well, the movie the movie that fucked me up the most was Forrest Gump. Not
that was like, honestly, dude, the fact that Jenny was out hoeing around and left him with a fucking AIDS baby, straight up, I'm scared too. Jenny's a fucking piece of shit, ultimate villain.
Yes, all time, great fucking hoe, and I don't mean heaven on earth. Fuck that bitch. But I call my wife my hoe all the time. She's my heaven on earth.
Yeah.
But Try that, Brando. Let me know how it works out for you.
Yeah, hey, I got something down. All right.
Get over here, ho.
Yeah.
But no, the one that fucked me up the most was the '03 Texas Chainsaw Massacre because I was fairly young. I was 11 when that came out, and I didn't understand that people could just fucking lie about how movies were solely based on a true story. You know how TCM is very, very, very loosely based on Ed Gein. Ed Gein didn't do nothing. He was a fucking grave robber and he shot one or two women.
Yeah, he had like two bodies, right, or something like that. Like one of them was his brother.
Yeah, the whole monster thing is fucking stupid. I'm not getting into that. I'll be here for 2 hours on that. But I didn't when
Mother.
yeah, okay, mother. I'll suck your clit. So I went there. But in the beginning, I cannot remember the guy's name to save my life, but he always reads the credit roll that comes in for all the Texas movies, and then that's creepy, and he's kind of explaining like the story and the Hewitt family and all that, and then at the end, they do the walkthrough where they're like, this is the policeman's doing the walkthrough going down the basement. You can see the nail marks on the wall and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like,
Evidence
yeah,
and shit.
yeah. And then out of nowhere, fucking Leatherface just comes out and kills these guys. And they're like, this is the last known picture of Leatherface. And I'm like, holy fucking shit, they never got him. Oh my God. Like, he's in my closet.
Yeah.
but that whole movie really fucked me up as a kid. It's one of my favorite to watch around Halloween time now, just because of how that movie sticks with me. But another scene that fucked me up was the opening scene in the original Scream, how they just completely fucked Casey Becker up played by Drew Barrymore, because she was marketed as like main character type shit, and they killed her in the fucking opening scene. And this movie was made like '96. Fuck you and your spoiler warning.
Straight up.
So what messes me up about that scene is how, the initial phone call starts. He's asking her about her favorite scary movie and shit. And then Roger Jackson, the voice actor, just flips that switch. Yeah, Daniel's got to go take a shit. But he flips that switch after she hangs up on him or whatever. And he goes from like the real like smooth talking, what's your favorite scary movie, to I'm gonna gut you like a fish type shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, this dude's crazy. Well, they play their game of cat and mouse, and then what fucks me up is she almost gets to safety. Like he's fucked her up and like crushed her throat and shit. She's calling for her parents that are walking on the porch, but she can't vocalize it.
Yeah.
And he kills her. And then they find her hanging from a fucking tree, and her parents find her, and I'm like, holy shit. That really just set the tone for the whole movie. And that scene really, I think that's like top 3, one of the greatest scenes, horror movies of all time.
Damn. I definitely remember that. And my mind of that scene is sadly corrupted by Scary Movie.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know
the
what I'm
fucking
saying?
silicone titty.
You know what I'm saying, right? Like, whenever I think of the opening of Scream, if I'm being honest, I think of Scary Movie 1.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, go back, because I just recently did it myself after watching Scream 7.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and rewatch that opening scene. It still holds up all this, 20 years later. It still holds up. It's top 3, one of the greatest cold opens of all time.
So good. So good.
What's your guys? I want to know.
Who's going first?
Ooh, here. So when I was a kid, when I was little, The Ring scared me.
That movie is fucking scary for sure.
Little girl crawling out of a.
You're gonna die in 7 days.
I have to add. This is just, I forgot all about this. We watched this with our cousin. Dan, you remember we watched this with Jamie one night. The Ring. The first time we ever watched The Ring.
Oh, yeah.
So we're at my aunt's house watching this fucking movie. And the moment the movie goes off, the fucking telephone rings. It's like 11:30 at night.
Oh my.
I mean, it was his mom. It was his mom calling
Doesn't
check
matter.
on us. But
Timing-wise,
holy shit. I was like, who the fuck's going to answer it?
Not me. Nose goes.
All right,
So
go ahead.
So like the Conjuring movies with Ed and Lorraine, I don't know if it was a Conjuring movie. It came out maybe around COVID time or something, and we were Michelle and I were in my apartment. It was like, it was nighttime, and we were finishing it, but the big like gimmick or whatever for the spirits, right, coming into the house was the knock, like three knocks, click, just three knocks real quick on the door, right, and it happened over and over and over again. Well, as soon as it ends, credits are rolling, I pause it and I stand up and there's a knock at the door. Fucking perfect time. I go, whoa! It's just like, wrong door. They're looking for someone, like another apartment. They got the wrong apartment number, but it just same thing timing wise, just like freaked
I'd have
us
put
out.
stakes through that motherfucker.
Straight up, dude. Straight up.
Open the door. My pizza.
Oh no, Swiss cheese pizza.
Yeah. No, but the ring scared me when I was a kid. The little girl crawling out of my TV. I don't know. VHS is still around. I was still watching VHS tapes. They were putting something in, and I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna watch. And plus, there was some channels flipping through that was just static. I remember.
That was a legitimate thing.
Fucking turn that off immediately.
Straight up, that's cursed. Cursed imagery.
That scared me.
That's a real good one. That's a real good one.
And I thought that Sinister was
oh yeah, that was
got
pretty
to me
fucked.
a little bit.
Yes,
especially with that projector scene.
Highly underrated.
Yeah, I just
the lawnmower scene.
I was a little
the
let
jump
down on
scare
that
to
one.
that one. The lawnmower
The
jump scare one.
fucking lawnmower.
That one.
Holy
that one
shit.
jump scared me for sure.
Jesus.
That was, I wasn't like scared, but it was like, ooh,
You're on your toes, bro.
this is creepy.
You're alert.
This is good.
Yeah. It's
And-
extremely suspenseful, and they have a great use of jump scares. It's not like a lot of the Conjuring series after the first one, where they just use like random cats or like the bathroom mirror, the typical horror trope jump scare. The
As soon as you close the
Sinister's use
door.
of that.
Like danger.
Yeah.
That one was good.
Oh my god,
then-
dude! The whole time you're watching it, you're just like on edge, just like Hatch said, the entire time.
And then one more that I found very creepy.
Oh hell yeah.
Hell House.
Hell
Yes, in Hell
House.
House.
I've never seen it.
Drop the photo.
Oh, so all right.
I need to see it.
So it's like a found footage kind
Those
of
fuck me up,
movie
bro.
documentary, and it's some friends making for Halloween, like a haunted house for Halloween, and they're decorating it and stuff. And
random
they're
house?
calling it Hell House. They bought it. They bought this house.
Oh.
They're fixing it up, and several months before Halloween and everything. I dropped it in the chat, and yeah. It just like
I have seen this.
is creepy, and some spirit stuff going on, and it doesn't help with that there's a bunch of props everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one was like, I'm underneath my covers.
Yeah.
I'm watching underneath my covers. So, and I didn't have any expectation going into that, because Michelle likes horror movies, and
Hell yeah.
and she heard about that and she wanted to watch it. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I watched it.
Me and
5,
Michelle
6
are the
years
first
ago,
ones to
so.
go into a ghost hunting activity head first, for sure.
Yeah.
Me and
I'll be
Michelle.
back,
Are you going in, Caden, or are you just gonna
I'll
stay
be
in the
back in.
car?
I'll be
okay.
back in.
Okay, hell yeah. I'll go in first. I'll swing or get swung. But were you done, Brandon? I don't want to cut you off. Were you done?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. I have one that is it's very interesting, So Brando, I know for a fact you've heard this story before. But the Grinch actually traumatized me.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck,
Wow.
dude. So
The live action with Jim Carrey.
the live action with Jim Carrey. So dude,
You're
this
an
shit,
idiot.
Scares the fuck out of my son
dude,
too.
dude, let me tell you, dude. So I remember seeing that shit where she's like, the part that scared me the most a lot, where she's stuttering after seeing the Grinch, and she's like, the Grinch, and it's like right up in your fucking face. Like that shit scared the hell out of me. Like I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
right? So dude, after I watched that movie, I had a nightmare, bro. And I am like, so I'm running. All of a sudden, like the Grinch is at my window, breaking in the window. Right? So I am like, oh fucking shit, dude. So I am like running down the hallway. But I am obviously right? But I am dream running where I am like,
oh,
you know,
dude, it's the worst.
And he is in normal speed. And I am just in slow-mo, right? Running, and I can see my mom. And I'm like, Mom! Right? And then he's like walking up to me because motherfucker's got hacks, right? Turns me around, bro. This traumatized me so much. I still think about this dream to this day, bro. Turns me around, gives me the nastiest titty twister, and is just like in my he's like in my fucking face, like just screaming in my face while he's giving me a fucking titty twister. Right? And
Hayden has the most violent reaction.
Right? So, dude, I was like, and then like as it's going down, dude, I wake up, right? And I'm like, like, dude, like I'm sweating. Right? I am like, dude, I was like, like looking around, like making sure that no one's near me, dude. I was freaking out. So
I wish I was good with animation because I would make that a fucking short.
Dude, we could probably hire someone on Fiverr to make that shit,
as fucking the Grinch and just chase Hatch around World Cup.
Dude, that shit was so scary, right, when I was a kid.
Oh my god.
But,
out of all the fucking things the Grinch could do to you, twisted your titty.
Dude, the nastiest fucking double purple nurple of all time, bro. Dude, straight up, dude. And it scared me so bad, dude. I woke up immediately and I'm like,
oh my god,
like, dude.
Oh my fucking god.
Dude, it was terrifying. So that was like a normal movie that traumatized me, right? But I guess a movie that really got me really recently, dude, 28 years later. That got me pretty good because obviously I'm like thinking,
really?
I'm thinking about the scenario, right? With whatever, I don't want to like spoil it or tell too much of the story, right? But obviously it's 28 years later after the infection, right? After the breakout, where apparently it's only in the UK, where everywhere else is isolated, right, of the world, but it's only the part of the UK, right? And dude, there is this part where the infected are like, it is cutting in and out between just like them just like kind of walking, and it would show like a shot of a deer. Right? And then it would cut and it would be nighttime. And it would be like night vision, but red. And you can see all of these just, dude, bloodlusted infected, sprinting so fast, so inhumanly, like flailing their body parts around, like running, dude, straight horse cocks are out there, flopping around, they are running, right? And I am just like, what the fuck is going on, right? And like, there was a couple parts where this scene where it's like
6 to midnight, huh?
Right, dude, it was fucking intense, bro. Like there's like this scene where it's this hill, right, and there's like a tree in the back, and they're like getting ready, these guys are getting ready to, you know, move on, and then all of a sudden they see one dude, like one silhouette come over the horizon, right, and he's like okay, not bad, right, gets his bow and arrow out, right, he's about to fucking take this goofy out. Now all of a sudden, dude, a dozen are coming up over the horizon, right? And they don't see him. They're like laying low, like the grass is really tall. They're like lay low, right? And then one of the guys there is like, he's like incredibly confident this whole time, incredibly confident in his skills of fucking infected killing, right? And then like you can see the expression on his face, like no joke, like the color leave from his face, like it is intense. And he goes, "Oh shit, that's an alpha." And it was just so much bigger than all the other ones. And it was just standing there, staring, like just scanning the area, right? To where whenever it saw them, dude, he let out like a fucking blood-curdling scream that basically signaled all of them to just sprint at them and go for them, like go get them. I was just like, bro, it was just so intense, like the running away, because that, I guess that's probably one of my biggest fears is like the chasing part of it with the Grinch. You know what I'm saying? I was getting chased and I was just like, I was unbearably slow. You know what I'm saying? Slow enough to get fucking titty twisted, right? So I'm like,
Rest in
So-
peace.
Right? Straight up, I'm dead. The Grinch killed me via death by titty twister. It's over. Right? Death by embarrassment, straight up. But
Jesus.
the movie was
There's-
so intense. What would you say, Daniel?
Yeah.
You gonna say something?
No. If you're, I'll wait till you're done because it just reminded me of another. Cause you talk like the Scream. It reminded me of another piece of a. It was supposed to be a horror movie, but it was kind of like B-rated or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Mhm.
But I'll let you finish yours first before I go into mine because I'm gonna need some help. Somebody looking up the name of the title because I can't remember the name of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I also need to hear Caden's because I don't. You hadn't said yours,
Oh,
right?
100%,
mine, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But
Fuck
dude,
you, Daniel.
it was it was actually so terrifying because I'm like, you're fucked. Like the zombies don't have cardio. Like they will nonstop run. Right? Like like their motor system, their functions are like they're not worried about pumping oxygen into their lungs like we have to worry about, like possibly slowing down. And that was what the scariest part was, is the chase of it, the graphic visual of just the way they're moving, right? Just put yourself in those shoes for a second. Whenever you guys watch that movie, it's on Netflix. It's actually on Netflix now, and I'm pretty sure there's another 28 years later movie that's coming out. I think it comes out in a couple days.
Bone Temple.
Bone
I
Temple.
think it already came out.
Or did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's out. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that shit.
I haven't
And-
seen it.
But yeah, that fucked me up. Like zombie movies fucked me up. Just like thinking about like
Yeah.
getting a chunk bitten out of your arm. Like their motor functions are not there. They are just straight 100%. So yeah, that movie fucked me up. So, Caden,
Yeah.
your turn, buddy.
I don't know if mine are like as good as I feel like because I'm younger, I get all the newer like wishy-washy stuff. But one of the first ones that fucked me up as a kid was Insidious.
Oh
Okay.
That was
yeah,
like
yeah,
the first
yeah.
taste of like demonic
Yeah.
movie, and also the tiptoe.
That shit
Fucking
definitely
Tiny
got
Fuck
me.
that
Tim,
song.
dude.
Fuck that song.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely fucking hate that song. Sinister, that one was a good pull, my brand. I do remember watching that.
Dude, that one scene.
Remember when the fucking kid went in the basement, bro. I was so pissed.
I was too.
I was
bro.
like,
Yeah.
Makes me angry.
I was like, bro, I thought it was done.
I thought the part
Um,
in Insidious that was so scary was when they're like kind of dumbing it down. They're like in like the dining room, right? And the mom is talking to somebody, and then it's like him cuts back to her, cuts back to him, cuts back to her. Then as soon as it cuts back to him, there is like the red and black demon over his shoulder.
Fucking Darth Maul.
Dude, I was like, what the fuck, Darth Maul? I agree with you on that. I was like, what is that? That part jump scared the shit out of me.
He's just like,
I still think it's one of
Yeah.
the better horror movies on Netflix. I don't
Yeah,
think,
the-
I don't
the
think
first-
Netflix is good for
the
horror.
first two Insidious are
Pretty
pretty
good,
damn good.
pretty good,
Pretty good.
right?
Yeah,
And
but
oh,
I think this one was a lot more stupid in my opinion. But as a kid, watching The Visit fucked me up.
is that the one with the
I don't know if you
grandparents?
guys-
Is that a
the
is that an
grandparents? Yeah.
exorcism? Oh,
Where the
No,
gra-
it's like
I never knew the whole story
kid
of that
has,
one. You can spoil that one.
camcorder. The kid has like
Spoil
a
it.
camcorder that goes through that,
Mm.
and they go to their grandparents' house, but they're acting kind of weird and all super weird, and they go through the movie just to find out that their grandparents are like killed and in the basement, right? And so it's just like demonic presence took over the
that
grandparents,
sounds fucking intense though.
and yeah, so it's like start
Thanks for
noticing
ruining
weird shit like the grandma like run around the house naked or some bullshit like that.
What?
Yo,
Chasing-
what's the
chasing them in the-
timestamp on that?
Chasing
Time
them
out.
in the
Yeah, yeah.
catacombs, like
Freaking
underneath.
naked
some
underneath the
grandma,
house.
bro. Dude, tell me
Yeah.
what movie that is so I can stay away from it, bro. God damn.
Yeah.
Like,
I need that. I need that timestamp, bro. Is that like halfway through the movie
Give
or?
or take.
Daniel,
That one fucked me up as a kid.
what movie were you
Yeah.
talking? What movie were you talking about? Like, what kind of sound?
all right. So it was
Caden, get on the
Frankie
keyboard.
Munoz was in it. Yeah. So it was a movie to where the video game, whatever
Stay
happened
Alive.
to you in the video game, what's it?
Stay alive.
Stay
Stay alive.
Yeah, that one. So
I don't
when
need to
the
do it.
dude took the fucking
it.
when the dude took the Alienware laptop to the fucking like the main protagonist, whatever, and she does like the scream because she can't break the reflection, and her jaw's like
Oh shit.
Yeah.
like that shit like that. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, like that shit made me cringe in the theater. I was like, oh my fucking god! And I've
It's wild.
never ever fucking like turned around and like not watched something at a movie because I'm like, I paid good money for this fucking popcorn and this fucking
Damn, you
ticket.
turned
to watch
around?
the fucking movie.
You turned around on it?
I turned around, bro.
That
Damn.
shit is creepy.
That is scary, bro.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
PJ, you were with us, weren't you?
I don't remember, but I remember that shit is creepy.
I'm
Dude,
pretty sure you were with
bro.
us because Michael went, rest of his soul. Our friend Michael, he was a funny fucker back then. Because he had this signature fucking like yelp or like holler, oh, like he did something like that. He did that shit through the fucking theater, and I turned with him. I was like, like, dude, that shit creeped me the fuck out.
It's wild. Before we get off of this, I'm sure you guys are dying to stop talking about horror movies. I gotta know, before we leave, because this is my wheelhouse. What do you think is the most like overhyped horror movie or franchise?
Oh, fuck. That's a good one.
Human Centipede.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh.
That movie is a legitimate masterpiece for how uncomfortable it is, for how uncomfortable it makes you.
I'd never
I could live without it.
once liked that
Yeah.
fucking movie. Yeah, that movie was so
Okay.
stupid to me.
It's like a
Okay.
car crash. You just like cannot look away. You like have to look at it. You know?
I kind of bundle it with torture porn in a way.
For sure. It's definitely in that because
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, that's one of those movies where I'm glad I don't put myself in their shoes trying to eat a fucking shit sandwich.
Actually,
Booty.
mine's gonna be Final Destination.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
overrated, overhyped.
Overrated.
Wow.
I think the first two
The
were
first
really
one was a
good.
masterpiece.
100%.
I think the first one was a masterpiece, but after that, it's just like which one was it when it made everybody completely fucking scared of log trucks?
The
I think that was the
third
second one. I think that was the
third
second one.
That was the second one.
Yeah, that was the second one.
Second one, yeah.
Was it?
Can I
Yeah.
can I debunk this? Can I debunk this just for anybody that's listening? Okay, so in that scene, fucking logs are on a flatbed with chains with no standards on the side of the flatbed, right? So when you load a load of logs on a log trailer, those fuckers are wedged in so tight. They are not going anywhere. Okay.
No.
Especially they're strapped, but they're wedged in. I have had trailers come off the fucking ground. I used to run a crane and unload these bitches. Go down there and grab the entire load and pick it up and pick the trailer off the ground like 4 foot because they were wedged in there so much. So just please don't be afraid of log trucks, okay? They're just out there trying to make a living, and keep your distance because your dumbass can run in the back of one and kill yourself. That's your fault if you do that. But the logs
Yeah.
aren't going to spill out all over the fucking highway. But I
Encourage me?
wanted to I wanted to debunk that for my my fellow loggers. Yeah.
Jesus. All right. Now I can sleep tonight. Thank you.
That's right. I'm glad.
You're very
So,
welcome.
so Daniel said Final Destination. Brando hit me. Overhyped.
Ooh.
I have an unpopular
Overhyped.
opinion for sure.
It could be a singular movie or an entire franchise.
I never thought the whole Nightmare on Elm Street was ever scary or anything. I thought that was overhyped.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I never found it scary.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because my parents
the
held it
later
at a-
ones the later ones are such
at a-
cheese.
I mean,
I thought the
that
concept
might
of being
be-
tortured with your sleep was scary, where it's like, hey, when you go to sleep, you're gonna die, right? But it's like, when you come
Yes.
alive, you're dead too, buddy.
First nightmare is fucking terrifying. First one, terrifying. Second one, scary. Once you start getting away from the second one, it's super cheese. They lean into the one-liners too much, and I tend to agree with you. Like I put Freddy Krueger on the Mount Rushmore of slashers, but I've seen
like scary
scarier.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Caden, you want to go
Never mind.
next
I already did. I was first.
for the?
Yeah.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. He said Human Centipede.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Mine, honestly, the Halloween movies. How the fuck is this guy unkillable, bro? How is this guy unkillable?
That is a hot
PJ's
take.
gun.
That is a hot
Like,
take.
dude, okay. I forgot which one it was, but it was like a more recent one where, dude, the chick is holding a desert eagle at his face, letting him walk towards her, then kicks the door to where she hit, dude, the car door hits her to where she turns around and kills or unalives herself.
Halloween Halloween Kills.
That was like the more newer one, and I was like,
Halloween
how
Kills.
is this guy not killable? This guy is getting jumped at the very end by 15 people, right? If he's a legitimate like genetically modified freak, bro, tell us. You know what I'm saying?
Hit him with it, PJ.
If it's just a normal person, how is he alive?
At the end of the original film, he's shot 6 times, and then fun fact: when the second film picks up, it picks up from the very last scene of the first film. They say they shot him 7 times. But the whole purpose behind the Michael Myers phenomenon is that you don't know. So you're not exactly sure if he's supernatural. You're not exactly sure if he's just some fucking freak. And really, the whole character, the whole character is the embodiment of pure evil. That is what he is supposed to be. So it is kind of deemed that he's supernatural. Halloween 3 had 0 to do with Michael Myers. It was Season of the Witch, where like the Halloween masks killed the kids. And there are conspiracy theories that his Captain Kirk mask is I forget the name brand of that mask on Season 3 or Halloween 3, but the conspiracy is that he has one of those masks and he gets his power from that, is one conspiracy. Another conspiracy is just that he is the pure evil and he can't be necessarily killed unless you throw him in a fucking metal shredder at the end of the movie. But it's just
survive a volcano? Can he survive a volcano?
Yeah, he survived a house fire at the end of Halloween 2018.
No. I'm talking volcano. There. Fucking lead his ass up to the top of fucking...
He's fucking Michael Myers, dude.
Damn.
He's going to find an air pocket.
That is fucking insane.
Yeah.
That is fucking crazy. Holy shit.
But no, I feel you. There's a lot of plot holes that you could fucking poke holes all in. The Halloween franchise as a whole is one of the most shittiest uncontinuity, however the word is. It doesn't follow the timeline. There's so many fucking requels and prequels and restarts and timeline jumps. It is one of the most messy, right next to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It has one of the equally as shitty franchises as a whole. At least with Friday the 13th, from the very first film to about part 8, you get continuity. Once you get into part 9, you don't even have Jason in most of the movie. X, he goes to fucking space.
It's like Fast and the Furious, bro.
Jason, so. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's like overplayed. Now they're in space.
Drops off. Exactly.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I could go on about this shit.
It's fucking great to have you guys, dude.
My most overhyped, fucking Hereditary.
I haven't seen that one. I actually do want to see that one. I heard that one is fucking intense.
Overhyped.
Damn.
Trash.
All right.
Stupid shit.
Damn. I'm gonna go into it with an open mind, and I'm actually gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you about it. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, and I'm going to watch it.
It's a good movie. I'm not saying the movie's bad, but I just don't think it's the greatest horror movie of all time, like some people put it out.
Greatest of all time.
Some people say it. Some people, they put it right there with Ari Aster. Ari Aster made that, and he made Midsommar. And
I thought that movie was kind of overhyped. We actually watched that movie in the Hurricane House, where we went to World Cup, and it was the first day was canceled because of a hurricane. And so we're trapped in the fucking Airbnb, and I remember that was one of the movies we watched.
Yeah,
fell asleep.
I was like, this movie is fucking. I know. I remember like dozing off, and then there was this one scene with music. So, dude, bro, I'm like dozing off, not really paying attention. Then like it goes off, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know, like,
oh man,
dude, it was so loud,
jumping off,
so deep, like it was a sound that I've never heard before.
Yeah,
you know.
So for Hereditary, it's got great scares. It's got it portrays trauma accurately, and it uses some of the right horror tropes in the right times, but to be regarded as one of if not the greatest horror film of all time, I think it's a very far stretch. I would rather watch the entire Halloween series than watch Hereditary once.
Damn. Once?
Yeah. Once.
Like even if
I'll
it was like
watch
for the
it. It's
first time?
overrated.
Even if it was for the first time?
Yeah.
Damn. You would regret.
There's
you would
one scene.
reverse
There's
your
one
memory.
scene in particular. Hit me.
You would rather reverse your memory and watch Halloween all throughout it, and then instead of that movie.
Yes.
Damn, that
Yes.
movie must be fucking ass. I'm gonna go
No-
into it
no
with an open
question.
mind, but that's crazy.
Go to it with open mind. There's one scene in particular that really fucks me up. I'm like, damn, that shit is kind of crazy, and it did kind of give me goosebumps. But other than that, it's a good movie.
Mhm.
I just think it's extremely overhyped.
Fuck yeah. Okay. I'm gonna check it out.
Moving-
Is that gonna be our
moving on.
homework this week, boys? Is to watch that movie?
yeah,
It can
yeah.
be.
Report back.
All right. I think that's what we're gonna do. But
Yeah.
shit, boys, we've been recording for a while. I think it's time to start dialing it back. Daniel, PJ, thank you guys for being here. Is there anybody you
absolutely,
guys
man.
want to give a special shout out to?
Daniel.
My wife, man. I gotta give a shout out to my wife who sticks with me through all this stuff and gives me support. When it's time to record for these things, she'll take the kids and preoccupy them so they don't bust in, mess up the recording session and stuff like that. She keeps an eye out for, certain things like topics, or she'll see something that NX will post, hey, did you see this or something like that? So I gotta
yeah.
give her a shout out.
Wow, that is fucking
Shout
amazing.
out to Daniel's ex-girlfriend.
Shout out to
Hell yeah.
Daniel's ex-girlfriend, baby. There we go.
That's right.
Fuck yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
if you know the Lord. Do you know the Lord of that, Daniel? Because she's your wife, not your girlfriend
Not your
anymore, or your
girlfriend anymore.
fiance.
No, I ain't saying that.
No, let me tell you, the
Hey,
the
I gotta
women
call
hate
my
it,
Lord.
but
You
the
the
men
walls are
love it.
listening.
The men,
I'm gonna have to fucking self-defense this motherfucker.
Yep.
Say that.
Yeah, the walls are listening, my brother.
yep. PJ,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what about you, brother?
Yeah, ditto what he said. Jamie doesn't necessarily like follow on events and shit, but I'm like, hey, I got to record tonight, and she's like, all right, well, I guess I have the boys, and I'm like, yeah, I guess you do, but she knows this is like it's a passion project of ours that we really, we put a lot into, even though. It seems so small on the surface. You guys understand it more than probably just a generic listener. Like there's a lot of shit that goes on, even for a show that isn't like a huge big production with a studio and shit. This takes up a lot of free time. I spend my evenings. It's currently 11:45 here. I spend a lot of my evenings where I could be asleep doing shit like this, and I do it because I love it. And shout out to my wife for making that happen. Also, want to give a quick shout out to Pro DNA and Infamous.
Hell yeah.
If you are interested in any of that gear, you can go to infamouspaintball.com and use code CENTER50 for 10% off of anything except a marker. Don't try a marker because you won't fucking get one.
You heard it here first.
10% off.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I have a question for each of you real quick before we go.
Absolutely.
If you're cool with
Oh.
that.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. Brando, we'll make this kind of like quick shots. Brando.
Yep.
You have to fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I'm in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Barbara Streisand,
That's
Okay.
my mom's favorite singer.
Harambe,
Oh.
and Susan Sarandon.
Who is Susan Sarandon? What?
Yeah, I gotta Google that person.
Drop a picture. Drop a picture.
You're
I
gonna-
need it.
You're gonna see it and you're gonna be like, oh
Man.
shit.
What about Rebel
how
Wilson
do you s-
pre-Ozempic?
Ooh.
Fat Amy from Pitch
Ooh.
Perfect.
Okay. Wait. Do I get to pick which Susan Sarandon?
Current
Mm.
Susan Sarandon.
Oh God. What the fuck?
Actually, damn, that's a mommy milker right there. God damn.
I mean, that's an easy pick. You marry the mommy milkers.
You
You
Hold
fuck
on,
her.
hold
You
on.
fuck Harambe and you kill Barbara Streisand.
wait, whoa. Barbara Streisand.
I know
The
Barbara
world of Cole
Streisand
again.
because that is like
Oh,
my
this
mom's
one.
favorite. That's my mom's favorite singer, bro.
Nah, get her out of here. We're killing Barbara Streisand.
She's just like
she
a
got
mad
control
scientist
face.
woman.
Yeah, like I want to correct that nose. And then we're I don't want to marry.
Taking up all our oxygen, bro.
Harambe. Oh man, I'm gonna bend Harambe over.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
busted the
And we'll
gorilla
marry-
teeth,
That's
bro.
what I'm
We'll,
saying,
we'll
bro.
marry Susan. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. That's what we're doing. We're marrying Susan.
Hell yeah.
For
Okay.
sure.
All right.
For sure.
All right.
For
Caden,
sure.
this is funny because we actually just had a whole fucking conversation on this. I had no idea we were gonna get to this, but which horror movie character do you think that you could outlast?
Outlast.
You should pick all of them because you have logic.
Yeah, I'm not
know?
the dumb white kind of person.
Let's split up. What?
Ooh, on a realistic note, all the ghost faces, all of them.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I feel like that's the most
feel you.
logical answer.
Yeah. Definitely
That's
the ones
Susan
from Scream
Sarandon?
7, but I'm not getting in there.
Oh,
Hell yeah. No.
that's Susan Sarandon.
Speaking words to
I'll
me,
take
they're
that.
looking at me.
I'll take that. Yeah, she needs to stop.
Yeah.
My eyes are up here, buddy.
Yeah.
God
don't
damn.
matter.
All right. So Caden said all the ghost faces. All right. Cool. All right. Hatch.
What's up?
Who would win in a fight?
Yes. It's been a long time since I've had one of
Medusa?
these.
Medusa or the Hag?
The Hag. Which one is that? What is that from exactly?
The sleep paralysis Hag.
I mean, fuck, dude. It's really hard to like. Medusa truly is like such a powerful being. I mean, shit, dude. Not only does she have the power to turn to stone, she has a serpent body.
She turns me to
Smash.
stone.
Yeah,
She be
straight up smash. Bottom half snake. Bottom half snake.
Do I have to wear this bag? Yes, baby.
Yeah, I got another snake for you.
You just gotta have her wear prescription
treasure
3,
snake.
the blind people's sunglasses. So you know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
So Medusa's winning.
Yeah, I'd probably say Medusa realistically, because I mean, I feel like
Okay,
that.
Medusa
What the
takes
fuck
the
is
W.
that? What does the fucking hag got to do with? I mean,
Hag
what is
is-
that gonna do? Besides get completely
Hag's a
choked
crazy
out.
bitch now. Yeah, Medusa. I'm gonna put Medusa for a W right here. All right,
Medusa,
cool.
no diff.
I was gonna ask you something about like dinosaurs and shit, but I hit you with that last time with the Quetzalcoatlus.
You know, those are questions that I truly appreciate, brother. I love those
I know it.
questions,
I know
dude.
it.
You honestly brought it up to where I haven't even brought up like a bloodlusted question in forever. So realistically, having this show right here, right now, has really woken me up to how far from my roots I've gotten. Dude,
That's
you
right.
guys, bro. We need to
We need to reel this
we
shit
need to straight up
in,
go
dude.
back in, dude. We get all emotional. Fuck that. We need dinosaur fights now. You know,
Yes.
right?
You,
But
you tickled his tism.
Netflix
where-
just made a
God damn
documentary
it.
about dinosaurs. Actually, really good.
dude, the Netflix
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yes, it's really good.
Dude, I want to watch that shit. I heard it's low key emotional. Like,
It's 4 episodes.
okay,
Just 4.
not even good. This isn't even gonna. Whatever you guys could think about this, dude. When you go outside tonight, go look at the moon. That is the same moon that Leonardo da Vinci looked at, that a fucking Spinosaurus looked at, that someone in the future is going to look at. That is the same moon, and we're all gonna be like connected by it because we've all experienced it. You know, a common experience throughout every human that's been on Earth. You know, so whenever you look at the moon, just imagine how many other people are looking at it the same as you. Feeling of Sonder, boys.
Joe Dirt and Brandy looked at it at the same time.
That is a fact, bro. That is a fact. What an emotional moment. But you know, we're gonna start to wrap it up here. Caden, you got any? Who's got the
I
cool
need to
guy?
stick with my roots. Brando is cool guy. I gotta stick with my roots real quick. I have a final question for Daniel and PJ. You too. You're already laughing. You know what I'm gonna ask. The people need to know. What are your guys' favorite color?
Black.
Yeah, god damn it.
Black.
That's not what you called him earlier, PJ.
Black. Capital B. Black. Netflix.
He's talking about nice guy.
Netflix. Yeah, if you go look in my yard, there's 4 cars in my yard. Every one of them is black.
Hell yeah, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Daniel, what about you? Is yours black as well?
Yep, it is.
Black on black.
I'd have to say mine.
Bitch.
Mine is like black
There's
and
a couple-
teal. You know. The
There's a
Cortana.
couple of black
Oh,
ones.
time
One
out.
color, one.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I know he's got
Mine's
some.
the
I
black.
know he's got something sick. I remember listening to that.
Mine's the black.
Oh, dude, check this shit out, dude.
Ooh.
Let me, dude.
I
I
like
would
that.
shoot that
Oh,
shit. I would
Shout
shoot
out to
that
Daniel.
shit,
Shout
You
out to
see how
Daniel.
he always calls me a bitch and everything, but I've got him that fucking cup.
dude, bro.
Yeah.
Dude,
That is
that-
like,
Shout out to
Mine's
Danny
blue
boy.
color.
Got the infamous tank on there one time. But yeah, Daniel got this for me a cup for being like the executive producer and everything. Teal is my second favorite color. I have a truck outside that the body of it's black. The entire suspension is teal and silver. So yeah,
Oh,
teal
that
is
is
my
so
second
sick,
favorite
dude.
color
Oh, yeah.
ever.
that looks,
Yeah,
dude, with
I
a
love this
TFX
thing.
on top, dude. Buy HK,
Hell
dude,
yeah.
looking
Yeah,
good, bro.
buy HK or you're gay, dude.
Straight
Yeah,
up, dude. Straight up,
Yeah.
dude. You know what they say. You know what they say, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Daniel for that one time. I appreciate that.
Fire marker.
love. I
Fire
haven't
marker.
been able to do that.
You heard it here.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Daniel Glaze.
Shout out to mom and dad's favorite son, Daniel.
Yeah, baby. Grandma's favorite. Grandma's favorrit.
Hell
But
yeah.
all right, Brando. Do you have a cool guy of the week or what?
Dude.
What is the other one?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I got a cool. Look in the chat.
Be careful.
Dude,
I
this
got
is
copyrighted on one
Scissor
of these.
Dude. Hey, careful. All right, careful when you're walking down the fucking street. with
Which
Scissor
chat
Dude.
are we in?
Oh, shit, what am I looking
in we're here right now on the screen, top right corner should be show chat.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, dude,
Got
this
it.
guy is
What
fucking
the
tough,
fuck?
dude. This guy
Look
with
this
the
guy.
Destiny hat. He has a shirt that says what he's doing.
I play with scissors,
Bro.
Dude, he's got two holsters coming in and out. It's smooth,
Dude,
Don't
the
fuck with
aura
this
coming
guy,
from
all
this
right?
guy, bro.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
around the back catch. Holy
Yeah,
fucking shit.
got listeners on Instagram. Just Scissor Dude, all one word, Scissor Dude.
Don't look up scissoring dudes. Look up scissor
no,
dude.
I like how the very first comment I see on this is handling the divorce well.
It's great.
Oh my god.
That's a great comment.
That is fucking funny, dude. Holy shit.
Hey, but this goes back on like what we opened with. Look, if that guy came on our podcast, and he talked about scissors or just the passion that he had about that,
I'm
listen,
in.
I'd
I'm
listen,
invested.
right?
Shit, dude.
Yeah.
All right, Brando, DM him.
Fucking Edward.
See if we. Honestly, dude, if you're down, dude, I'm down to have him on for a bit, just genuinely ask him some questions. If you want to reach the DM out, I'm in.
Ooh, all right,
Dude,
I
how, okay,
on that one.
because hold on, let me look at that. Let me
No
click on that
balls.
link. Let me click on that
No
link again.
balls.
Let me see, because the thing is, this guy could like be legitimately fucking completely famous compared to us. He's got more followers than I do, bro. This guy's following 21 people. This guy's ratio is fucking crazy, dude.
Oh God.
This guy
That's
has
how you
more
know you're
followers than
somebody.
This guy fucks. This guy
That's the
fucks,
famous guy I know.
dude.
On the
He
first
doesn't
date.
fuck, he
No,
scissors.
dude. Now you know Scissor, dude.
Oh wait, he has an Itachi edit in his page. This guy knows ball.
No
Let's get him on.
way.
Let's get him on.
Oh,
That's good,
dude. Brando, you should totally DM him and be like, "Hey, dude, we have a podcast that nobody fucking listens to, but if you're down to talk about your scissor play, I'm in, bro."
All right.
I'll
Dude,
donate
God
20 bucks
damn.
for the cause if
Hey,
he's
I got
asking.
it.
honestly,
to get paid to
let's
be
all
on.
follow this guy. I'm gonna follow him right now, dude. I'm gonna add to that 3,876.
Oh, God.
I'm following for sure. Boom.
We hit the follow. All right.
So good, bro. Imagine he says he reads it and then he just ghosts us. Like he's like too good for us. Oh fuck, dude.
he
Oh.
gives us a big price point of $5,000 for
Oh my god, he asks for. He's like,
that
yeah,
artist.
I'll do it for five bands.
Yeah,
Bro.
you can go fuck your mom.
Yeah,
too.
dude, we don't even make that much on Patreon in 5 years, bro. You know,
Hell yeah.
right? But now that we have, what's the code word of the week? That's the one we can't forget. Caden, what's the code word?
What?
You got the code word?
Code of the week is horror.
Horror, dude.
Hell yeah.
Horror.
Yeah, WHORE.
Horror.
Horror.
My bad.
Yep. Whichever one you're listening for, that's the one we want.
Oh,
yeah.
Did we
Because-
talk about really quick how at Dub C we changed up the verbiage of race car drivers and stuff, and someone that drives a race car is a race car driver typically,
They're
right?
Racist.
Professional.
Oh
racing.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
racists now. Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Rappers, people that rap,
Rapists,
were typically rappers. Now they're rapists.
Rapist.
you know,
Or the other one.
you know.
Yeah. Well, coming from a bunch of white dudes, this will never stick.
Whoa. I love, dude. Let me just tell you, dude. Rapists, that is a great culture that I'm just, I'm not too familiar with, but they make good music. You know.
Yeah.
So.
I aspire to be a rapist one day.
Hey, brother,
Hey,
you're already there.
So does Caden. That's why he still plays on Roblox. So.
Hey, little man, what's your
Listen
IP?
Oh my god.
Hey, what's your address? I'm trying to send you some Robux.
Hell yeah.
But
I don't associate myself with those people, just as a disclaimer.
right. But
Oh, shit.
thank you guys for being here. Genuinely, you guys are the fucking greatest. If you guys made it this far, code word
Anytime, man.
horror. So make sure you guys send a message over to the Center 50 on Instagram, whatever, Twitter, letter. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys made it this far, we love you guys. Make sure you guys go to wellsclothing.com. Get you guys some dope gear. I just picked up this dope pink shirt over in the USXBL. So shout out to Corey and shout out to Scott Stewart for everything they're doing. Make sure you guys use code FTS for 10% off. Really help yourself out. Don't worry about us. Don't worry about us on that 10%. Make sure you guys save 10% for yourselves. Right. Second, we got Hormesis Paintball. Looks like we got the boys in here rocking some fire headgear. Oh, what's Brando got? Doubling up?
Got the infamous. I forgot.
Ooh,
Hell
dang.
Got the infamous one.
That one is fire, dude. Sheesh.
This color's good. This green.
I mean, dang, you guys got some sick ones. Daniel, is that green?
Carl Markowski. Yep, Carl Markowski.
That one is sick. PJ, which one you got? Hormesis.
Nikki Truder, Nikki T.
Oh, hell yeah. That is sick.
Yeah.
That is sick. Well, and last but not least, Capitol Edge Paintball Park. If you guys are in the Northern California area, tell them FTS sent you. You won't get a discount, but hey, get more. Yeah. Yeah, you won't get a discount.
Chris, high five.
Yeah,
You'll get a hell yeah.
Exactly. And, that's one more hell yeah than you probably would have got that day. So, you know what I'm saying? Come over to Capitol Edge, tell them FTS sent you, you know? Fuck, boys. We made it. If you guys made it this far, we love you. I just rambled that twice, but bye.
Peace.